Is today the day? For more than a month, the progressive jackpot rollover has gone unclaimed. But with no rookies in the lineup this afternoon, the competition is going to be intense. Will we have a $4,500 winner? It could be you, and it's time to find out on Stool Streams. That one out to create our second Tittleman's Crest. We will have the two best words in Jenga. A hanging tower just 5 blocks in.
You're definitely the most professional Jenga announcer I've ever heard.
Right. And that's the Jenga! That's a Jenga! 29 blocks in the books! And that's it! Marty Moshe Jenga! Live from Stool Streams Stadium in New York City, welcome to another edition of Stool Streams presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Jeff D'Lo, Jake Marsh on hand. Thanks for joining us. It's a brand new week, Jeff, and I don't know, today's got to be the day. We're reaching 5K, but if you go 6 for 6 at home, you're winning the highest jackpot ever, $4,500.
Someone has to win today. It has to happen today.
You would think.
I don't know how it would. Like, I haven't done it in front of this cool backdrop yet. We have there's just a vibe in here where you know that we're gonna get the winner today. We need to see it today. Someone at home is gonna win today. And that's not a prediction. That's a hope. But someone at home has got to win today.
If somebody's going to win, it's going to be up to one of our 12 competitors today. Let's see who will be facing off here inside the Triple S for another Jenga broadcast. 3 matches, of course, and we'll start things off with Billy and Nate running it back for the 4th straight week against KFC and Casey. And then the middle match, Rhea makes her return since that epic 50-burger match with Robbie against Kate and Cons. And we'll end things with a bitter rivalry, Trysta and Liz against Feidelberg and Dana Beers. What sticks out to you, Jeff?
Definitely the last match sticks out to me, so stick around for that one. The awkward tension between Dana and Trysta, you could cut it with the dullest knife in the world. But this first match, I like all the 3 matches, but this first match, you can't even look past this one. They're back again. Billy and Nate, you never know what you're going to get. Billy has a bit of a wager, I guess, or a wager against himself. He's trying to avoid becoming the worst player. I know we're going to get into that. The worst player of all time in here. Their last match was marred with controversy. You truly, I hate, it's such a cliche phrase, Jake. You never know what you're going to get with these guys, but you truly never know what you're going to get with Billy and Nate. It's been something different every single time. Psycho shit. It has a mind of its own almost.
We'll dive into this match in a little bit. But first, this is broadcast number 17. But if it's your first at home, first off, thanks for joining us. But let's catch you up on the house rules of Jenga.
Yes.
Jeff, 2-on-2, the second bullet, 1 hand at a time. We've seen a 2-hand violation pretty much every broadcast up to this point.
Almost every single match has a 2-hand violation. Not intentional, so don't worry at home. It's not an intentional thing. They're not trying to do that. It just happens. In the heat of the moment, you sometimes touch a block with 2 hands. If you do that, the violation then does come down. The next person on your team, which is your teammate, will then have to pull the first block they touch. Doesn't sound bad. It's pretty bad. Though it seems like people have been surviving it lately. We have some great competitors now. But then if you touch a block with 2 hands again, a forfeit is in play. The other team can disqualify. Not a forfeit. A disqualification is in play. The opposing team can disqualify you. But that's where we saw last week. It didn't happen against Billy and Nate. Billy and Nate were in that position. The disqualification was not accepted, and they won.
We did see 1 DQ last week with Trysta against Trent, and we'll get into that match a little bit later. But, Jeff, let's dive into the quartet that's down on the stream right now. It is Billy and Nate for the 4th straight week against a pair of players who have plenty of experience. However, this is KFC and Casey's first time teaming up.
Yeah, and Nate, of course, coming off a tough loss to me in Cornhole on Thursday. Thought I want to throw that in there. Casey has been in this a bunch. KFC, basically a vet at this point. He was a vet when he stepped on the floor. See how their chemistry is today. And you know enough about Billy and Nate. A very odd couple team that works well together, but they've had their moments of some horror in Stool Streams last week where you thought they were going to catch that loss in Jenga. Will that come back to haunt them now? Will the loss come naturally this week?
Some horror and some controversy. And for that, we'll catch you up on what went down last week when Billy entered uncharted territory. 2 violations on 1 turn. Check it out.
Let's go
I also think that Billy
got it out.
But Billy and Nate just realized something. Billy and Nate just realized. We'll see if they know what to do.
Ooh, it's sticky though. That's not good. It's not gonna be easy. Wait,
There is a potential game-ending move here if Billy can't successfully pull it.
Is that?
Here it goes.
Whoa!
I mean, he took the penalty. He took the penalty.
He took the penalty. I took the penalty.
You gotta take your hand off.
I'm taking the penalty.
What?
What? It was over.
Billy, just.
I didn't get into this job for the safety. What the fuck?
Unreal. Can he retower though?
All right, you're good.
So that should be 2 penalties.
Rudy again.
Talking
complaining to the
broadcasters.
I want to use one extremity, use his nose, and then my nose is in the extremity. 2 penalties.
Vibs is going out to the hallway right now.
Oh wow.
Wow.
There we go.
Penalty 1 was him touching the tower with his nose. Penalty 2 was him touching the tower with his hand. After further review, Rudy and Tommy now get to decide if they want to keep going or if they have won.
Okay, it's Rudy's call. It's Rudy's decision.
We're going to go for it.
Class.
Wow.
Class.
Wow.
The game goes on. Rudy closing the gap. He has life.
Billy did tell him the move, told him the technique.
And that's it. A Jenga. 41 blocks in. All right, so they got the win, but a lot went into that.
Yeah, it was the nose touch. If you didn't catch it there, Billy touched it with his nose first and then did the 10-hand touch on the second one. But unfortunately, we see Frank the Tank has entered Soulstream Stadium here. We did see that Tommy, I don't think Tommy wanted to allow them to continue. I think he wanted the DQ. Rudy did not. And somehow they escape. I do think, here's a prediction, I shouldn't be giving predictions here, I think karma might come back to bite him today. I don't know, that's just my feeling. I think there's going to be some Jenga karma. I don't know where, but people are still talking about last Tuesday.
All right, Jeff, one last order of business before we kick things off. Down to the third member of our crew, our bro, PFT commenter. What's up, PFT?
Jake, I'm your BRO, that is for sure. And we're going to need a BRA because this game is going to be sagging if Billy has his way. Billy likes to play it slow. He likes to do some SHIT, some psycho shit. That's what he's known for. I don't know what him and Nate are going to have in store, but first things first, we take safety very seriously here in Soulstream Stadium. We're doing a temperature check. I just wanted to use the laser gun again. Frank is 85 in the front of his head. Now, earlier the back of his head was a lot hotter. Yeah, 85 in the front, 89 in the back. That's where it gets steamy. Spider, let's check Spider. 90.6, Spider's burning up over here. Billy Football, 82 degrees. Casey, 89.4 degrees. KFC, 88 degrees. And then Nate, underneath the hat, he keeps it nice and toasty down there, ladies. 88.5 degrees. I do. So we're all safe. I am 86.3 degrees. Happy to report 0 cases of COVID inside the Soulstream's bubble. Shout out Adam Silver for building the model out. We're happy to keep everybody safe. Let's play some Jenga, but most importantly, let's get out of here healthy, shall we? And Jeff is 76, frigid. Jake, 73. Ew.
Thank you, PFT.
Pound it
Jeff.
noggin, PFT. Pound it noggin.
Pound it noggin.
Let's get started. We're going to start things off with Billy and then KFC, Nate, and then Casey. So down the stream into the Square of Doom goes the 21-year-old straight out of New York City, Billy Football, a 4-2 record. And he will kick things off with his 7th match here inside the Triple S presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Billy and Nate, as you saw earlier, coming off that controversial win. This is their 4th match in a row together. And Jeff, when we talk to each of these competitors about team chemistry, there's some ups and downs, but with Billy and Nate, they are by far the most experienced duo.
Yeah, they've never argued. They've never really fought. They are chemistry-wise probably the best team that we have.
Really?
Yeah, let's clean that up. Clean that up.
In terms of chemistry, are they the best?
Oh, that's two-hand.
Oh, a two-hand violation
come
by
on.
Nate!
I mean, that was insanity.
Unbelievable!
matter
The
'cause he's gonna-
second.
That was nuts.
That was crazy.
That was nuts.
Nate, that was
Probably
nuts.
the
some
most
respect for
obvious
the
two-hand
official.
violation we've ever had.
That was
Thank
really
you.
from
Thank
a veteran.
goodness I
That's
had.
insanity.
Okay.
Thank goodness I
Go
hedged
ahead,
Jake
go
and said I didn't know if skill means they were the best team. As Jake, you can be the one to say it.
A hanging tower just
Whoa.
3 blocks in.
All right, first
Holy
pause,
cow.
pause.
And Jeff, let's get another look
first
at
one you
probably
cut.
what is the most obvious violation in the history of stool stream.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nate a little too excited, a little in his own bag there. I don't know what he was doing.
That was crazy.
Got excited, little spider monkey action. He was jumping around, and he touched it with both hands.
I mean,
why?
I mean, what is that?
That's so unlike Nate. Nate doesn't make mistakes like that. That was rather surprising. He knew it, fell to the ground, might hurt his knee there. But if you're going to have the violation, Jake, we always say at least have it happen in the beginning.
It's going to be the
Yeah.
first
I
block you
guess.
touch here, Billy. Whatever
Wow.
block.
All right, and suddenly Billy has his work cut out for him. On block 4.
First one
Billy
you
has
touch.
a vibrator in his back pocket. He just accidentally turned it on a second ago.
Good job, Billy.
I'm not exactly sure what Billy's planning on using that for, but it's a Norelco one blade.
I mean, it is a mess, you know?
A reverse
It's fucking
split vice
sloppy.
there, Billy.
not
Just
hearing
cleared
anything.
his
What's
tower
your plan
already.
for that razor?
Already a
If I pull the
wacky
losing
tower.
block, I'm shaving my mustache. Gotta get a reset.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's kind of a loser mentality, bringing
I
it
can't
with
either.
you,
It's very
almost like
funny.
you're expecting to lose.
No, it's just a reminder.
He was like, clean it up. Like, all right. I don't know.
We try to beat the other team in their minds before physically. So then, even if we physically lose, they give us the win.
You
In a
lost me
decision.
when you started talking.
All right, so you just heard it from Billy. If he pulls the losing block, he is on the record saying he will shave
Billy.
his mustache with some
And if he
equipment
does,
courtesy of Phillips and
He'd be the
Rothschild.
worst of all time. He'd be the first of 3 losing block pulls,
The
I
what?
believe. Is that correct?
That would be correct.
Okay.
So that's something to monitor. Remember, Billy and Nate already backs against the wall. Nate committing one of the earliest violations we've ever seen. And
Has to be
we don't know if KFC and Casey would take an automatic win via DQ, but something
yes,
to
we
monitor
1000%.
as we roll along here. And Jeff, this just in via the Play Barstool app. The stats are in for questions 1 and 2. Billy is the most popular pick to pull the losing block at 31%, KFC at 28%, Casey
y'all.
right behind at 27%, and Nate once again the heavy favorite, 14%. That seems to be a little bit of a theme we've seen every time Nate plays.
He's not a losing block kind of guy. It's not his game. It's not what he does. The Billy one makes sense. I think Billy's probably one of the top 5 best players in the office, but he's reckless. So it's a smart pick.
Question 2 also involved in this match, the most popular range of total blocks. 36 to 38 at 37%. The underdog, once again, 43 plus, 4.27%. But we have seen plenty of matches go above 40. Casey,
Casey having a lot of trouble retowering.
I'm not.
12 blocks in.
Don't want to have to struggle this early.
What is happening? Good?
yeah, I don't know.
Kevin
That
a
was
little
weird.
surprised there.
That was weird. My hand was
I'm not
shaking.
gonna do that.
Kevin diving into what looks like a delicious steak meal for
Gigi's Cafe has just been.
So,
It's 120
some
degrees.
rice,
It's nice and piping hot.
some zucchini, pepper. I'm surprised Billy's never eaten a meal mid-Jenga. That seems like a Billy move.
KFC might be going
No.
keto.
I put the middle block. Yeah.
Now I don't know who's up.
Speed has
You.
turned a little bit
No.
here.
Yeah.
Nate?
Me?
Nate, yeah.
Speed has taken a bit of a turn.
All right, so Jeff, you mentioned potential karma for Nate and Billy. We've already seen it in motion with the two-hand violation, but Nate is one to criticize our officiating.
Yeah, but he's a fan of Spider 1. We have Spider 1 today. He really doesn't like Spider 2. He really doesn't like Spider 3. He likes Spider 1. And we have Spider 1 today, who is a great official, stands
You
strong
try to stay on
in the
side.
ref zone. He never really gets rattled. We like when Spider 1 is here. I like all the Spiders personally. I have no issue with any of them. They do a great job. But Nate, he has some issues with them.
Like Spider-1, big fan of the upside down kiss.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Billy, when commenting on his opponents, I don't know what this analogy means, but he once again said his opponents are a fashion duo. Last time he said when Casey played, she was a visual team with fights, but her and KFC, I guess, are fashion, whatever that means.
What is visual
Yeah,
team?
they like clothes,
Yeah.
I guess.
What does that mean?
Visual team. I'm confused, Casey.
You wear like clothes that are
Thank you.
not
Okay.
No, what's,
traditional.
what's visual though?
You guys like dress up.
Like the
Oh,
way John
alright.
dresses is visual.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's very visual.
Yeah, John's a
Where is
visual guy. I agree with that. I think that's a decent assessment.
We're seeing Feidelberg in our grand finale.
I'm after
But
Casey.
rolling right along, 18 deep,
On my water
back to the 32-year-old from Columbia, Maryland.
This tower is like one or two moves from being what I call I would say the tower stinks in one or two moves, meaning that it could fall over at any moment. This tower has very quickly progressed to one that is not very stable with the right move, and I think Billy is eyeing the proper moves here. I think he knows it. I think he can put this tower in a tough spot very quickly.
Casey in the square for two right
Oh,
now.
she almost knocked it over.
Having some issues. This is her first time playing with KFC, but KFC is in rare territory in terms of Casey because Casey said there are two people in the office that can call Casey a BITCH,
Yeah.
Feidelberg and KFC. So he can say whatever he wants.
There you go. Slide it out, you dumb bitch.
There you go.
His motivation, maybe. I don't know.
Woo! Whoa!
This is
Whoa, mama.
lovely.
Whoa, mama.
This is a bad tower, Jake. It's a bad tower.
This is
And this is the
gonna
danger
end
zone.
early.
18 to 28 is typically one of the ugliest parts of the tower in every Jenga match. And then it levels off around 28 to 30. And we're in that zone now. This thing is going to be
that's
tough.
a bad tower.
Yeah.
Remember that first window in question
It's
two
not
is
a good
0 to
tower.
29.
I knew it. I knew Billy was going to go for that one. That's what he wants. Will he pull that block? The tower, we have a twisted tower now. But if he pulls that block, we have a quadruple hanger on top of a hang. Oh, my psycho shit.
Billy is
Going crazy! Oh, my goodness!
Billy,
It's
Billy,
the second
Unbelievable.
shortest match
What a
in
joke.
School Streams history!
Somebody get me some real
20
competition.
blocks deep!
Psycho shit. Give me a break. Fucking take it off.
I knew it. I told you,
I mean,
Jake.
that was-
Jenga Karma was going to haunt them today. One of the worst psycho shit attempts. He had a great
pathetic.
block pull that could have brought a quadruple tower. He instead went to psycho shit 20 blocks in, and it haunts them. You had to see that coming.
down the stream in the loser circle, and this mustache is about to go bye-bye.
Billy, I must ask you a few questions about that last poll. It seemed like you got inside your own head. You got over your skis. You tried to do too much too early. What was the thinking behind going after that psycho shit?
I wanted to play fast. We came in, wanted to hurry up offense, play fast, get in, get out with the W, and we got ahead of ourselves. Sometimes you got to, slow and steady is.
We're
was our
using the
game.
word "we" a lot here. Is
It was
Nate
me.
responsible for this at all?
It was me. It was
Okay.
me.
Do you blame Billy, Nate?
Nah, you live by psycho shit, you die by psycho
This
shit.
microphone is
Say we died
a
by
prop.
it. No, it works.
Okay, yeah. Live by psycho shit, die by psycho shit. Billy, are you gonna shave the mustache?
I think I have to.
Billy going with an outfit right now makes him look like an 80s Olympian at opening ceremonies. Here he goes.
Oh, no. Come on, Billy.
Billy, you might want to.
Have a little coup.
Here we go.
This
He's
This is
yeah,
something.
the
Yeah,
Rocco.
can we leave now?
One day is really good.
This was a
Job
better
done.
idea than.
What are you thinking, Frank?
I've been uncomfortable this whole time.
Yeah.
Did you like his mustache?
All mustaches are good, you know? I haven't shaved my mustache in 27 years.
Incredible. That's an amazing streak.
Wait a second.
What could be done to make you shave your mustache?
That's a close shave.
If someone told me that shaving it would make the Mets win the World Series,
You would shave the
Always the
mustache
consummate professional.
when the Mets win the World Series.
I said if someone told me shaving the mustache will make the Mets win the World Series, I'll do it.
I think it'll make the Mets win the World Series.
Great match, fellas.
Sorry.
All right, well, that was an interesting first game. We got in, we got out, we saw a lot. We got a little psycho shit. Billy lost his mustache. He looks like a 16-year-old again. He looks like Kirk Cousins' adopted son, yet once more. So back up to you guys in the booth as we get this tower built for game 2.
All right, thanks so much, PFT and Jeff. We got to check out our close shave of the match, as Billy just mentioned, presented by Phillips Norelco. It's going to be that losing block, the second shortest match ever, and this close shave moment of the match brought to you by Phillips Norelco One Blade, the only tool that can trim, edge, and shave any length of hair. Right now, you can save 20% on a One Blade replacement tool at Phillips.com/Norelco Barstool. Your style made simple. Phillips Norelco
He had the
Barstool.
move. He had the right move to make the quadruple hanger, but he's like, you know what, I got to go with the psycho shit. And actually, we never got to my keys to the match.
Right.
My keys were kind of, they had to dial it back a bit, hone it in. Psycho shit is great if it works, but don't go too crazy. Billy had been going too crazy. It haunts him. That might have been karma as well. KFC 3-0 now in Jenga. Worth noting.
20 blocks is our second shortest, and by time, our shortest match is 13 minutes. We might have to check the tape, but it's got to be right around there.
It's got to be pretty close. Yeah, we started at about 1:15-ish. I think it does. I think it did.
Right.
I'd imagine it beat the record. Look, I love watching Billy and Nate play, but a lot of people hate them. They're villains in some sense, especially Billy. I think Rhea's up next. She once said, I fucking hate Billy football during the match. And for those who have lost to Billy and psycho shit, that was the karma they wanted to see. That was a nightmare.
271 players still alive for that progressive jackpot, so more than 95% have been eliminated. But, Jeff, we still have 15 players alive in their quest for $25,000 tonight, and it'll all depend on Monday Night Football. Let's check out the potential outcomes for the Pigskin Parlay. If one of these scores hits on the dot, one of these stoolies are taking home $25K.
Let's take a look here. How many we got on the Chargers tonight? Wow. Is it no one? One. It's one person.
Double dare.
Double dare. Mark Summers? Is that maybe Mark Summers? Is
Double
he
dare
playing
2000. Hopefully
play Barstool?
Slime.
Yeah, I don't know. I expect a good amount of points tonight. Chargers can give it up, but I think so can the Saints. I think Herbert is going to play well today. Learned some lessons maybe against the Buccaneers last week. I hope someone wins that too. I want to see winners. We're on this streak of people just missing. So good luck. That's a hell, man. If you hit that, that's a hell of a week. A lot of upsets in the NFL too. Dolphins,
4,500 would be nice as well, and we still have nearly
Vikings.
300 of you still alive for that. And let's move on to match 2 here inside the Triple S, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. It's the return of Rhea for the first time since the best match in the history of Stool Stream. She'll team up with good friend Robbie Fox, and then Kate and Captain Cons. Kate making a headline or two last week, you could say.
Yes, Kate, known for making headlines, but going to focus on the blocks now. Rhea picked up that one win. Obviously, Robbie picked up a win recently as well. Cons, though, 1-0. Undefeated, looking to go to 2-0 and stay undefeated. One of the few remaining who is undefeated. We just saw KFC move to 3-0. This is a good match here. Good match, especially Cons, Kate. You know, they like the shore, beach games. Jenga has a beach games vibe to it. And, of course, we have in the corner our guest of honor, Frank the Tank.
Spider doing a tremendous job with the hospitality, ensuring our guests.
That's why he's the best.
Yeah.
We love Spider.
Making sure he has
Spider won.
A front row seat. All right, let's kick things off down the stream. The order, Rhea, Kate, Robbie, and then Cons. So Rhea looking for her second straight victory, the 23-year-old from Seaford, New York, fresh off that 50 burger, and she steps into the Square of Doom, searching win number 2.
And good luck to the, 271
271
remaining. But also, there's got to be a ton of people at 0-2 right now. As always, Barstool gift card on the line if you go 0 for 6.
We'll pick one of you lucky people. But, of course, that $4,500 gift card is what everybody is seeking.
Unbelievable.
She just used 2 hands.
On the first block.
You know, Jeff, it's been nearly a month for Rhea, so rest versus rust, and clearly the rust has prevailed here.
That is a violation on the first block. We've seen that I don't think we've seen the first block.
$20 chef in his debut.
It was the first one of the
Yes.
match? Okay, I thought it was the second or
sorry.
third. So that's the second time we've seen the first block. We just saw in the last match, Nate violated the third block.
So
Just put it back.
What is happening
but
today?
what's now, Robbie?
I gotta take the first one I touch on the next one.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Bob.
But if you're going to have a violation, do it
what if
early.
it's
I
like
say that
super
every
good?
match. This is the time to do it.
Find a good one.
If you're going to make a mistake, make it early on. Robbie should not have any issue. However, this did happen before to Rhea and Trent, where Chef had a violation, and then Vibert completely ruined the tower on the third move. So you never know. That's not a completely true statement that I said.
so
Robbie
sorry,
could have a
Bob.
difficulty here.
Absolutely, and Kate with very few issues in her first block, and now the penalty comes into play. Robbie Fox is 1-2 overall. Has never pulled the losing block though, and now has his back against the wall. Must remove the first block he touches.
Where? On this row?
That one.
You think so?
Because then, even if I touch it and it's like in there hard, I could kind of put my thumb on that one, pull it out. You know what I mean?
Okay, go for it. I trust you. I don't trust myself.
Should I go for that one, or should I go for like
I was thinking
that one?
that one because that one looks pretty loose, but also.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Uh-oh.
You touched it.
All right.
What a move.
Found the Tillman's
Well
crest.
done, Bob. Well
One of
done
the
indeed.
easiest block pulls you can ever have. Bob Fox just had that instinct.
No doubt about it.
All right,
Remember,
all right.
another
Okay.
violation
Okay.
would mean
Yeah, it's like-
potential
Okay, we'll not
DQ.
It's a new game. Please
And
don't.
Cons actually dealt with a pre-game injury. He burned his left middle finger emptying the dishwasher this morning.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Well, that's just
What a-
ridiculous.
What a warrior.
Yeah.
What a warrior playing through pain.
That's absurd.
No issues for him. And Jeff, how about your keys
Is
to
he
the match?
loading it mid-wash?
I don't know, but your keys to the match presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer.
Yeah, keys here today, I think, for Cons and Kate, Cons
just
got to
need
go
to
full
find that
hardo.
out.
And I think he started already. Cons, again, shore guy, beach games guy. This is his territory. Bags or cornhole or whatever, big Jenga. And then I think on the other side, just rest easy. Both Robbie and Rhea have their wins. Rhea's dealt with some of the biggest assholes, I think, in the competition here. I don't think she's going to run into that today. I think Cons and Kate, they have a shtick going here, a little bit of a bit maybe, but it's going to be funny. It's going to be lighthearted.
Bit or
we love this
our
country.
colors run deep. Yeah,
Or
we
we
just
love
love our
America.
I
country.
guess patriotism is a bit now.
Yeah, apparently loving your country is a
That is
crime
true.
of
I do.
sorts.
Kate does often wear the large, long sleeve
do.
button down.
That's what Bin
do.
Laden said when
Yeah.
his house in Abbottabad was being raided. What is this, some kind of bit? Look, that guy's playing dress up. Ouch.
So Robbie extracts
Those were actually his last words, I heard.
his second Tittleman's crest in as
Smart.
many
That
turns.
was May 1st, 2011. I was at a Motley Crue show when I found out.
Making it about himself.
You found out after The
Thank you
Rock.
for your service, Robbie.
Everyone knows The Rock found out first about Bin Laden.
John Cena.
No, John Cena broke the news.
John Cena broke the news to America.
Yeah. The Rock was the first to know.
Oh, that's right. The Rock reported first on Twitter. He pulled a Rob Lowe, put that news out there.
Yeah.
Remember Sunday Night Baseball?
Well
Word
done.
was
Thank you,
trickling
thank
through
you.
the stands.
Phillies,
turn?
Nats.
Yep.
Got this.
All right, so now Rhea
That's
looks to
actually
put
one that came first.
that violation behind her. 1-3 overall. However, she did say Robbie is one of her best friends here at Barstool, so hopefully that chemistry can carry them to a victory.
Wow, friend zone. Big time. R.I.P. Bob Fox.
Tower's already tilting a little bit, Jake.
Rhea rocking the grout fit right now. There is no gray area when it comes to the
grout fit.
rules of Jenga. One hand at a time.
So is my partner.
I think that's the same outfit Rocky wore in the first one.
Yeah.
With the Chuck T's.
So now into the square of doom goes Kate and Jeff. I saw your keys to the match earlier,
Atta
but I think a
girl.
storyline not enough people are talking about. Is this a
Kate
3-on-2 match?
Pulling for two right now.
I get that reference there.
I'm feeling saucy.
Like extra
saucy.
manpower.
Hey, you have like
Yes.
an extra pep in your step right now.
Yeah.
I
I
can
do.
feel it.
I'm playing for two. Extra hands. I have
I'm
3
gonna
sets
feel
of
bad
hands
if we
that could
beat the pregnant
accidentally.
woman.
I'm not going to feel bad. I actually said to Jake in my pregame interview that if she was as serious about Jenga as she swore she is, she wouldn't have gotten pregnant before the season.
Good
She
point.
does technically
That's
have a
true.
win while pregnant, though. That is true.
Yes.
Her entire record is while pregnant.
If you recall, Serena Williams won the Aussie Open a couple of years ago while pregnant, so
Yep.
That's
Were
right,
you
Jake.
it's
pregnant
been
when
done before.
I played with you?
She's been 4 months.
I didn't know it yet. I'm still hitting the nips, but sure was.
Some might say that that's a form of blood doping to be pregnant whilst playing. Women do not menstruate while they're pregnant, and so therefore they have a higher concentration of platelet-rich blood that flows through their system, carrying oxygen more efficiently to their blood cells and to their lungs.
That's why we pay the big bucks.
Shut up,
easy for
nerd.
everybody.
That's huge.
It's blood doping. She's cheating.
It was funny.
While we're on the pregnancy topic, Kate actually said she can use that to her advantage because people don't realize that pregnancy gives you a balance hormone
There
that
it
you can
is. I was
use
about
to
to
your
say,
advantage.
the bottom should
Well,
be
yeah, there you
She'll
go.
try to
She's on
carry
top.
that.
It's
to the
actually
finish
called the
line.
Who do you
Tittleman's
have
hormone.
No.
Who do you have winning?
Titty man's
Also-
hormone? What?
Yeah, the
Tittleman's?
Tittleman's crest,
Tittleman's?
Tittleman's hormone.
Fair.
Bob Fox is he is, look, the record may not show it, but he is easily the quickest player in terms of decisive polls. And he's usually pretty successful at it. I don't know if he's pulled a losing block,
Nice
though.
one.
Robbie 1 and 2, no losing
Yeah,
blocks.
no, Robbie typically has been the strong side of his team. He's very decisive, very quick, probably one of the better Jenga players quietly here.
Like golf applause.
No rookies in
Trying to
this
be quick
match.
like everyone
Cons
else
has only
does.
played once, though.
Nope, you don't gotta be quick. Take your time.
Kate
You
is
do,
2
I'd
and
be
1.
faster.
Robbie 1
Yeah,
and
you
2.
probably just go
Rhea
fast as quick.
1
Everyone
and
would be so
3. And
impressed.
with that
Give in to the
50 burger
pressure.
win a couple of weeks ago for Rhea, she is no longer the worst player in the office. That award goes to Tommy Smokes. Tommy 1 and 5 right now, but he is off this week.
Feels good.
And worth noting, Billy Football now, the first of 3 losing block
Billy
polls.
4 and 3 with
Actually,
all
that
3
was who I
losing
played
blocks.
with. Was Tommy Smokes. I gave him his sole win.
There you go.
It was a charity by Cons, giving Tommy the win.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
Felt
down-
bad for him.
I'm down here
He's
on
kind
the
of like a
floor.
Make-A-Wish kid.
Guys, I'm down here on the floor. I was watching Rhea on that last poll. She has lost her left hand discipline. She came very close to thinking about using that second hand again. She's very forgetful. Keep your eye on her. I would not be surprised if she goofed up again.
Thank you, PFT. And breaking down the numbers, Jeff, questions 3 and 4 are what we are tracking here on the Play Barstool
A little
app.
aggressive.
People see Rhea's 1 and 3 record, and they take note. 35%. She's the most popular pick to pull the losing block. Kate at 27%.
That's just
Cons at
rude.
23%. And Robbie, the favorite, just 16% of the field, picking Robbie to pull that LB.
A lot of pressure now on Robbie, though. We just gassed him up a little bit, and now he knows he's the favorite.
I don't want to let my supporters down.
36 to 38 range. Once again, the favorite in
getting
question
wobbly.
4 with
getting
33%,
quite
and the
wobbly.
43
say
plus at just
Use
5%.
them taps.
You know, it's getting a
alright.
little colder outside. I don't know if that's
Delightful.
affecting the inside of the. I feel like it's actually warmer in this studio than usual, with the and it's colder outside.
I'm freezing in here.
Robbie does have temperature issues himself, though. Often can be seen with large gloves in the wintertime.
It's true.
This room does heat up by match 2, typically, though.
Yes.
I can go this one, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Guys, I'd just like to announce that officially, this game of Jenga is a gender reveal party for Kate's baby. If it's an odd block that makes a tower fall, it's a female. If it's an even, it's going to be a boy. So
Can I
we're
switch?
going to run with that.
But you
Switch
can't.
hands.
You gotta like give it a
like,
toss.
throw
You know,
it.
you can't like. There you go. Perfect.
That is legal.
Massive skill there.
And remember, that block can
Sure,
hit the
we'll get a
floor,
replay
Jeff.
on that.
That is the
Yeah.
lone block that can hit the floor. So that is actually how we saw our first DQ. Glenny Balls didn't know that, and he tried using 2 hands. Mr. 10K.
Rhea Peppenhurst fired up
you
over
see
the
which way it's
Lakers
tipping,
win
right?
last night.
Yes. Rhea was anxiously
Push it over. See if
rooting
you can.
for the Lakers, unlike
Don't you just get
her
urges as a
boyfriend
pregnant
Hank.
woman to push
But
a Jenga
Rhea
tower
gets the
over?
Bachelorette
just
tomorrow.
Sorry for your
it
loss,
so
actually,
smooth.
as,
It's all right.
as the resident Miami
There's
Heat
more,
fan.
more
criminal,
important
some might
things
say.
in life, like this Jenga match.
Kate feeling herself with the new bangs.
Katie Bangs
Make
is
sure
deadly
those
at
those
Jenga.
bangs.
Yeah.
Robbie, you
She
are
bangs. She
really fast at
bangs.
playing.
William
Robbie
Hunt.
once
Oh,
again.
wobbly tower, but Robbie's quick.
Yes.
Even Rhea just noted that. He's a quick player. He's decisive, but he always finds the soft block.
Very jiggly up top.
I think it's an age thing. His generation, very quick at Jenga.
Robbie 22
We don't got
and Rhea
time. We don't got the
23.
attention span.
And Jeff, this has to be our youngest duo down on the stream, 22 and 23.
Probably. I actually don't know. Big Ev could be 21 or 30. So him and Glenny, I don't really know the age on that one.
Cons completes another full slate up top. And we are getting closer and closer to the end of that first window on question 4, 0 to 29. Remember, in the first match we saw it happen with
Maybe
just
on this
20
side,
blocks,
it's
but
like-
now we'll see what happens.
You know, we're wondering who's going to, but the question I can't get out of my head now is if I had my computer, I'd be photoshopping bangs onto Cons right now. I just want to see Cons with bangs.
That's a deadly look.
Okay.
are the youngest team. We're wondering, it could go one of two ways. Either the inexperience could hurt them, or it could be one of those situations where they don't know enough to be intimidated by the moment. Like Dan Marino got to a Super Bowl in his second year before he developed the coke problem. So Robbie and Rhea are still clean and sober, relatively.
Robbie also rocking the lettuce. Cons had lettuce last time he played RB. Actually, he cut it off.
I'm just glad I get to practice babysitting before the actual child arrives.
Wow. Ooh. It's turned into a roast, Jake.
Yes. Tossed Robbie over
Know what
the
I
shoulder
say
and
to
started
that?
burping him.
Okay, boomer.
No. You know, Jeff, I had on my notes here. I didn't expect much trash talk from this match at all. Everyone friendly with each other, but
this is
taking a
ugly.
turn.
May have to start censoring these burns.
Cover the children's
Give it
ears.
some material for Roan maybe here.
That's great.
If there's one thing people say about Robbie, he's low-key the biggest asshole in the office.
Robbie goes with that Eastern block, completes another full slate, and we
Light
are
fingers,
27
Light,
deep.
smooth, take
Time
your
running
time.
out for that 0 to 29
Light
range.
and smooth.
Kate's saying light and smooth, and he's succeeding in that right now, but she's right because this tower is wobbling a lot. Every little touch this thing is moving, and this is that danger zone. 18 to 28 is typically when the tower wobbles the most.
If it gets a little tall, I need the box.
Mons
instead of
going
that
for
one.
another Tillman's crest. Not many crests
now, but-
left on the board here. Now struggling
Beautiful,
with the
no rush.
removal.
Yeah, below the top part of the tower, only 2 I see. But maybe 1.
The tilt towards our right continues to strengthen.
Beautiful.
And that is 28, so a pivotal point here to approach that 29 mark.
The box is there.
Now back to the top of the order to Rhea. Committed that violation on the very first block of the match. One more would give her opponents the option for DQ.
I heard you, Cons. I'm not doing it.
Is anything on this row? Like that, row 3. Ooh.
Going for another Tillman's crest.
The Tittleman's crest just gets me every time.
One hand.
Yep.
More wobbling.
It felt really wobbly at the end there.
Gets it out and has
Blinded by
two
it.
the
options
box?
to go with.
Do I need? I think I need the box.
And remember, it is legal to use props. So she's going to use this box to try to amplify her 5'3 3/4" height.
To amplify the height. What a great word, Jake.
That's why he's in the booth.
Gets that Eastern Reed Tower to
Great
go.
pull. Great pull.
And that is block number 29. So we'll either have another 0 to 29 winner if Kate causes the Jenga, or the 10.41% who took it will be eliminated.
She was concerned there. She thought she might have knocked that over had she gone with
Ooh.
that pole.
Hot patoots. Uh-oh. Now, you might be thinking this is a mistake.
I trust you, Catherine.
I've thought that a few times recently. And it turned out fine.
Jenga! That a girl.
Yeah, the
Okay.
top of this tower. They actually balanced the tower
Alright.
out quite a bit.
Way to go.
All right.
Never a
Did.
doubt.
All right, so that
That was
eliminates
much
the
more
0 to
balanced.
29 range
Whoa.
on
Oh
question
my
4.
God.
And
This
Robbie
guy.
Fox continues a masterpiece of a
Cons.
match.
Great retower. Make sure that
Slow.
Rhea's going to have an easy retower on her
Slow
own.
and steady,
Puts it up there in the
Cons.
middle.
Easy and slow and steady.
That thing is wobbly at the top.
I would pull instead of tap at this point.
Khan's always
Staring.
touting his soft fingers.
Soft
Staring these
fingers.
blocks of wood down like they've got a nice assortment of meats, cheeses, and figs on them. Yeah, pulling out that charcuterie.
Some
block.
yogurt-covered pretzels, too.
Let's not get crazy with it.
Just stay away from the yogurt soda.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm going to stay
He
away
was
from
still
it
scarred
also.
from lowering the bar last week.
Textbook.
He did. He was...
What's yogurt soda?
He
It
yacked.
was last week's lowering the bar.
Oh, a block spin from Khan's there.
Interesting.
Very cocky.
And one Jenga has made its presence known.
Beautiful.
The next range, 30 to 35. That's our second most popular
Cons.
pick at 30% of the field.
Gorgeous.
Remember, 271
Got
of
tons
you
room to work with.
still alive, entering this match. You go 6 for 6, you take home our biggest prize ever, $4,500.
Jeff, you okay?
If nobody wins,
I noticed Jeff
it rolls
coughing.
over to 5K Thursday.
I noticed Jeff coughing up in the booth.
Dust up here.
Fortunately, he's separated from Jake, our darling Jake, by plexiglass.
Not conducive to the Jenga game.
No, it's amazing.
Oh.
She's
Rhea
got the nails.
saying her nails helping her out
Some
here.
are
I
saying
believe
that's-
it. The
some would say
chisel
that's
is
cheating.
huge.
No, it's not.
You're gonna start seeing the guys at Barstool come in with like gel nails.
Acrylics.
You know how the MLB catchers paint their
Yeah.
nails? It's like
Some,
an advantage.
Yeah.
Some guitar players have long fingernails, right?
Yeah.
Cocaine use, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You could actually see Carrie Fisher's cocaine nail in Return of the Jedi. Yeah. There's one scene. It's on her pinky.
Rhea, only one place to go. That far east side, as you see our Sky Camp presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer.
We're not going to go with the apple box, and that was created by Robbie
Ooh.
having a middle of the tower retower. He
Ooh.
knew what he was doing,
You gotta push it in
made
a
sure
little
that Rhea had a nice access point to either side, because if you had retowered on the
Cons,
side, they
okay,
could have
well.
set it up for a middle retower, which obviously is the hardest thing to do with the tower.
Just read the
Jeff,
board.
we're 33 deep now, or 32 deep, excuse me. There's not many moves left.
No, but the tower has stabilized, but you are right. There really aren't many moves to make, which we saw last week twice. We saw the tower hit a point where there were no other moves. And we won't telegraph
thing
it
where
up
you
here,
yank
but
it,
it's time to
that's
start
so
doing
cool.
tower math. You don't want to put yourself in a
I'm stupid
position
enough to
to
wanna
have
do
a
it now.
guaranteed loss.
But then again, are the competitors playing tower math as well?
yank it.
Because they could shoot themselves in the foot.
Rip it.
Make your baby proud.
Pulls out.
I'm going to.
Yeah, right now, Jake, there are only 3. No, there's more. We just created a new row.
Right
there
Right.
on the left.
So there's only a very small handful.
Oh, a scissor. He
Whoa.
just pulled a
One's in the
scissor action on that thing.
I think in the middle of that one. Oh, no.
Robbie
Perfect.
once again.
Uh-oh.
It seems like every time he's up, Jeff, there is one
Whoa.
loose block just waiting for him.
That fresh row at the top.
Cons, take your sweet ass time.
Oh.
Wow.
There's
Risky
a maximum,
retower.
Nice.
maximum of 5 moves right now on the tower. Maximum of 5. That will increase as we
Gentle
create a new row.
Like the Mighty Ducks when they play
Tower
the
math
eggs.
not quite in play yet.
Gorgeous.
Shizzle from Cons, and the highest you can go. 4 rows. Remember, if you're new, incomplete rows do count
Easy.
in that
Okay.
count to 4. So those 2 blocks are row 1.
I don't believe tower
take your
math
sweet
comes into
time.
play yet.
Looks good.
That's going to have a recoil when he pulls
good.
that out the other way.
All right, but
hurt.
now he's got a retower. And it looks like this retower, Jeff, will actually favor the balance of this tower.
I like
Shifting
it.
right, but he's going on the left.
Yeah, but a bit of a mishap. Able to recover
Fine.
quick. Now it's leaning kind of the wrong way, actually. He's going to do a redo, the rare redo on the
The
retower.
yips.
That's all right.
Uh-oh.
Bit of a perfectionist, that Cons. That last one probably would have been good enough.
These are just Cons doing it
Not
right.
good enough for him.
It's on.
Attention to detail.
Oh, he almost fist pumped the tower
And it's
over. That would have been
clear.
incredible.
All right,
That would have been
36
amazing if he
blocks
just punched it
in.
over.
Rhea once again into the square of doom.
Moving at all, or is that not?
Rhea's 1 and 3, and 2 of those losses have included her pulling the losing block. If you're just joining
that box
us,
is right behind you.
she used a 2-hand violation on the
don't
very
want you to fall.
first
That's not
block
fair.
of the match.
Some
Very
great,
sweet of you guys.
great sportsmanship down here. Kate
Little to no
advising Rhea.
wiggle room now.
Kate advising Rhea that the box was directly behind her. Kate has a large amount of box awareness right now. It's one of the natural side effects of pregnancy.
Remember, Rhea, the most popular pick to pull this LB.
Don't remind us, Jason.
Stooley's
Noted.
not confident in the 23-year-old. But can she put that behind her?
There's a maximum of 3 moves that can be made right now on this tower.
Oops, sorry.
This is actually
Oh, wow.
60 seconds.
To pull it out?
Pick a block.
I picked it.
Yeah.
She picked it.
There's no time limit once you pick, right?
Right.
I like the method. You got as much time as you need.
This one I think is coming out.
push off method.
She's just gotta be gentle.
Great.
I think she's got it. I think she's fine.
Slight movement.
Don't forget one hand when it comes out.
Wrenching it out. It will recoil. When the block gets pulled.
She's got it, guys.
Wow.
PFT is what we usually say, kiss of
My
death.
word.
But he actually nailed that one.
My
She
word,
was
what a
very
pull.
slow and methodical, and that's what saved it. I think a wrong, going too quick there may have knocked it over.
Okay, you got this.
No issue.
Great
Do I?
move.
Yes,
Great
100%
move,
you
great
got this.
turn.
I believe in you.
Big move from
I'm looking
Rhea.
at
And
that-
Jeff, you've
that
got to
fourth
think
one
that
down.
experience from the 50 burger and the high pressure situations
That
has
fourth
to
one
help
down, or
at this
even
point.
possibly the, yeah.
Yeah, and this is a big move right here, Jake. This is a massive move. Tower math is important for Jake.
I hate to belabor the pregnancy
this?
issue, but
Yeah, that one's
Kate
cool. That
has
was cool.
shown she's not always
Yes,
great at pulling
yes.
out wood.
Oh my, that's a little personal.
But true. Boy, is it. Okay.
No issues for Kate on the removal. Now
Kate,
the
so proud of
retower,
you.
37 blocks deep.
That 3 round.
Good job.
On the other side.
Good
Got
Thank
it.
you.
Made it look
Man.
easy, guys. Made it
Jeff,
look
by the
easy.
way, we are in
Yeah.
the most popular range for question
Nice.
4, 36 to 38.
Hans,
But
that's
Robbie
like-
Fox makes it look easy once again. And
Easy
just like
pull.
that, our most popular range is eliminated.
I think we need to take a look at
This
what's
is
inside.
super wobbly.
We need to look at what's inside Robbie Fox's glasses there. He's just identifying these blocks, using his Sith power, as Frank
Stark
says.
tech.
I mean, the side ones aren't gonna.
No.
There is.
Have you ever seen online when people do that tablecloth thing? It goes viral like every time. If you did it in the stool streams room, you would be a legend.
Can you do the third row down?
I wonder if you
Try
can.
that middle of the third
This
row
one?
down.
Am I
Yeah.
allowed
Pull
to-
it. Pull
That
it.
is an
Don't go
illegal
forward.
row.
Oh,
Illegal
it's gotta be
pull if he
fourth,
does
yeah.
that.
Maybe you could like glue dental
If he
floss
goes
to it
along with that.
and then pull it out.
Kate's
Can't do
pull
one of those 'cause-
eliminated tower
Yeah.
math for now. So
Right.
there's no move here that can put
You know
Robbie
what?
and Rhea in a spot where they have to tablecloth. So Collins has to focus up here. This game could continue
We
for a
still
while.
do have a full slate.
This is
Yep.
the row.
7
Yeah.
rows
Probably this
deep.
row.
Yep. That's where they're
Just
eyeing.
find the one.
That is the
Pull-
only
maybe
row he
grab and
can
pull
realistically
that
pull.
middle
He
one,
could
or-
tablecloth another row, but that's unlikely.
I don't think I can get it. I think
Hans
Okay.
has never
on the
lost
outside.
here in the Stool Stream
All right.
Stadium. Presented by Heine and Hart Seltzer. 1-0 in
Just
Jenga.
take your time.
1-0 in Cornhole.
Giant hands for the win.
Remember, he is
Shit.
not at
30
full
seconds to
strength
pick a block.
with his limbs. His
you
right
go.
middle finger was burned this morning, taking something out of the dishwasher.
You
Will
got
that
it. Just take your
backfire?
time and you got it.
Do you
Let it
remember what
wobble
was out
itself.
of the dishwasher
Let
this
it
morning?
wobble itself steady for a second there. Maybe go around and wiggle it like a tooth on the other side just to see where you're at.
Kate called him babe for a second. When she
The
said
plot
there.
thickens. Oh, okay, just kidding.
I'm still confused how one would burn their finger unloading a dishwasher. We need to catch up with Cons
Yeah,
later
did he
about
do
that.
it mid-wash? He was rushing.
Were you rushing, Collins?
Some more
Fast.
chiseling.
Must have been rushing.
Not
You know,
paying
I've
attention to
never
the
opened
outside
it too
chatter.
early.
You've never owned a dishwasher.
You wash them all yourself?
Smooth
Yes.
is slow and slow is fast, as we say in the military. Or something like that. So
Conor McGregor has that
Yeah.
tattooed on his arm, so you're just using my own stuff against me. You guys were in the military?
we don't mention it enough, but yes, we were.
Some more
Give it a
careful
little tooth
chiseling.
wiggle, maybe.
The chiseling,
Just
it's
see.
a firm chisel. It's wobbling the tower.
Pull
But it's
it.
working.
No, if I
No.
pull it, it's
Well.
gonna. I gotta
Alright.
just. I gotta poke her out.
Keep doing
got
that.
it. You got it, dude.
Right.
Is it allowed to hit the ground?
That block
No.
is
Okay.
allowed.
I gotta
It's
pull it.
not?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, it
The
is.
block can't hit the ground.
Really?
He can do the
Oh, yeah.
punch
Just
out to the
that
ground.
block.
The
I
block
didn't
you
know
are
you could
pulling
do
out.
that.
You could just push
can
it
hit
all
the
the way
ground.
out?
Oh, yeah.
That changes
But
it.
it
for
risks
me.
Watch
maybe
out.
hitting
But
the
if it
table and
hits that and
vibrating.
then bounces back, I don't love that.
Right. It's not a guarantee that it's just going to
At
hit
some
the ground.
point, you might be able to do a quick tooth pull, just tablecloth pull once it's out far enough. But just fast
He's
as a
looking to
motherfucker.
fire this block off the tower, basically. His last chisel is going to be
Yeah,
a
watch
pretty
out,
hard
I would do the tooth pull.
finger punch. Rhea backing up out of the
We've
way
never
there.
seen this move before, Jeff.
Looks like
No,
it's
I've,
coming right at
I've
me.
wanted to see it. This
Yeah.
is a move I've wanted to see.
Yeah, Rhea in a little bit of a splash
Check
zone
the
right
tooth
now.
twist again.
I'm actually
it's coming
I'm
for you
fucking
now.
fired up right now. Ah,
Oh, there you go.
Ah, jeez.
He hyped us up for the punch out.
Unbelievable.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love to see
Damn,
it.
but that creates another row for me, right?
Creates another
Yep.
row. And
All right, we've reached
You
40.
took your time.
was
You
scary.
nailed it. You took your time.
But
You
it was
nailed
like
it.
the physics of it said that that was the row.
It was, yeah.
I just had to
that's
feel
it.
it out. I don't know.
Math
You
is
took
in
your
play.
time. You
there's a
crushed
little
it.
space.
Tower math is in play here.
As the tower regenerates, it gives you new
Anything in that row
opportunities.
is
That's
now
what's
open.
beautiful.
Oh, well, she gets a new row. Fuck.
Circle of life.
That's all right.
Bodied and blocks away.
We've
Have
got
that new row.
block
The
or
fourth
those
row
two.
is in play. Full
Yeah.
slate. We also have this eastern block that Rhea has found and
You
removed
got this.
with ease.
You got this.
Steps up, can choose either side.
Son of a.
And she got it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Son of a nutcracker.
But I can do this row here.
Yes. Now we're cool on that row.
And this is a big pull. It's the biggest pull of the match.
Ooh, I don't
41
like the way
deep.
that,
Remember,
don't like the
we are
way
now
that
tracking the
felt.
39
Try the
to
other two
42
on that row
range
just
on
to
question
see.
4 on the play bar
Yep.
slab.
There it is.
22% of the field. Kate goes west, removes, but Jeff,
two-hand.
two-hand violation!
No!
And both
Gotta
teams
get this.
It's okay.
Just gotta get
have
this.
okay.
committed it,
It's
but the
okay.
turn's not over.
Kate,
It's
focus
not
on
over.
putting the
One
block
more
up top
violation
there.
will be a
Kate,
potential DQ.
Focus on putting the block up there, and we'll worry about what we have to on the
What
next
she
turn.
did miss, though, if she had pulled the middle block of that
Right.
row, Robbie and Rhea would have had no moves on the tower to make outside of a tablecloth.
Cons.
But because she pulled the side block, they have a move. That could have essentially ended the game there, but the middle block was too hard to pull.
Jeff, 3 of the 4 teams have committed two-hand violations. Another look at
okay.
Kate
It's okay.
using
It's
two
okay.
hands in a pivotal moment.
That was huge again.
I just have to think.
It was her only move. She eliminated
I
the
am so
opportunity
sorry, Con.
to
Okay.
end the
Yeah.
game, basically, to
Okay.
put
Yeah.
Robbie in a position where he had no move, and then she two-hand touches the block. That was a bad 5-second sequence there
Don't worry
for
about
Cons
it.
and Kate.
But
worry
Cons
about it.
keeping the emotions high for his teammate.
I got
A
cocky.
positive outlook for Cons, but right now it's Robbie.
Robbie, you had it.
42 blocks in, and Jeff, if Robbie
we gonna do,
completes
Robbie?
this, we will once again have our underdog of 43 plus in play again.
And this would create a brand new row. So that is the one thing. The new row is created. They avoid having to do a guaranteed tablecloth move here.
As a bass player, this is actually really beneficial for Robbie. He gets to use that middle finger, that index finger. This is a natural motion for him. Robbie does this 6 hours a day. Tap, tap, tap.
Goes west. It's out, and it has plenty of space
The one on the
up
right?
top.
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
Yep. Sorry, Cons.
All right, first block.
It's good, and we are at 43 plus. The chance for a 5K rollover is now very high. 5% of the field took it.
Please don't.
So remember, dealing with the violation.
Trying to figure out where they're wait.
If tomorrow all the blocks were gone, we've tapped for all our lives.
Or do you think it's come here? It's either this middle one or that one. This
I'm
one or
still
that one.
saying the
Watch your
left. I'm
finger.
still
This
saying the
one?
left.
Alright, so
Yep.
43 plus, so congrats to
know
the
why. I hope I'm
5%
not
of you
wrong.
who
It
took
could
question 4. That one's already in the books, but we still have to
Whoa.
decide
Whoa.
who's going to take the losing block. He's now locked in at that penalty.
Other side.
Now, Cons, I'm going to tell you, as you're poking it, well, no, you're good for now.
You got this.
Now,
It is so
the top
wobbly.
ones are moving with it, so I just want to make sure you're aware.
And it's the
don't
balance
like
of the
that.
tower,
I like-
too,
I like
because the
pushing.
tower
Yeah,
is
okay.
leaning. If he pulls this off, though, incredible move.
23% took
Well
Cons
done.
to pull
Take
the
your time. There's
LB.
no rush.
I'm not sure he
No
can
rush.
really finger punch that anymore. I'm not sure the chisel can happen much more. Or it will fall.
There you go. It's beautiful.
Some more movement.
That's all right.
Remember, both teams have committed a violation. The next violation would be a potential DQ.
When he removes the block, it will recoil away from him. So where it's leaning, so it's not a guarantee this stays up. But it will come back to his side on the rebound. So the weight and the balance here are huge once this thing gets taken out. He's Going his way, so then this will tilt the opposite way.
So how much is the golden
Will it
question?
be too much?
Let it see how it's going to go.
Oh,
back.
now it's a
Let's see
twisted
what goes.
tower.
Oh,
Now it's a
it's
twisted
twisting.
tower.
Cons.
Pivotal movement, but it's
Wait.
still up.
Well, I would not.
It's a double
Double
twisted
twisting.
tower.
Pulling it this way and
It's
start
twisted
going
in
the
2
other way.
spots, Jake.
Jake, you called it a pivotal moment indeed. This tower is rotated about 75.
Oh, he got it out!
my.
Got it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Not over yet.
Which side?
I would. Oof. I would.
The balance and weight
part
of
me
this
wants
tower.
to say the right because it was going too low so much.
You heard it from Spider. This is fucked. It is fucked. However, Jake. However,
Get out of the
What a
way!
move.
Get out of the
if
way.
Robbie and Rhea pull this block, Cons and Kate will
Yes.
have no more moves on the tower. They will have to tablecloth. They can essentially
That was
guarantee a
great.
victory here
You
if
nailed
they
it.
pull it and they replace.
There is one move for Rhea. She found the block.
There'd be no new row if she towers this, meaning Kate would have to do a tablecloth move or try and move another block to the middle. This is essentially the game.
The block
I don't think so.
continues to come out.
Really easily, but this is
So much
Little bit of a
balance
wrench.
involved here.
It looks okay, guys.
Those top 3 rows.
You wanna
Tilting.
grab it from underneath, you think
We've
should
seen
be-
her make a move like this before in the 50 burger.
That's not the best way for you to grab it. You know, do what's best for you.
Don't let him mansplain to you. You do you.
Robbie, I'm pulling. I'm pulling.
Oh wow.
Robbie.
She took her hands off and still
Smart.
stable.
It's probably a smart reset.
Okay.
And
Do-
switch
do whatever's
hands.
best
You
for
don't need to remove it all in one motion.
Mostly out. You're mostly there. You got this.
Oh.
She's about 95%
another twist.
of the way there. It's tilting. And that's it. Rhea with her 3rd losing block. And Kate and Cons prevent.
supposed to pick up pregnant ladies like that.
Unbelievable game yet again. Another one that goes into the 40s. That was a pivotal moment there. If Rhea had finished that one off, Kate and Cons essentially would have had the loss. They would have had no moves on the tower. That was as good sportsmanship-wise, competitive trash talking, as good of a match that we've ever seen here.
Cons remains
twisted
undefeated.
tower.
On the flip side, you just saw Rhea pain for the 23-year-old, her 3rd losing block of her career.
That's the
And
most
she is down the stream, but first,
I've ever gotten a tower.
another look
I
at this
thought she
losing
had
block.
it here, but I think the twisting from the previous turn from Cons, you see his excitement there. Yeah, not sure he's allowed to pick Kate up. Hope everything's okay there. I think that ended up being the undoing. If the tower had been normal, I assume that pull would have been much easier. But sometimes the tower is what wins out in the end,
Yeah.
Jake.
PFT, what is going on in the heads of our losers?
I'm down here with the loser, Rhea. She pulled the losing block because she lost. The first time you pick a losing block, could happen to anybody. Second time, bad luck. Third time you do it, you got to start looking yourself in the mirror a little bit. Do you blame yourself for this loss?
No, I blame Cons because he twisted the tower. That's it.
No personal responsibility.
Nope.
I blame Cons too. He twisted the tower. Spider said it's fucked. It was fucked.
I think I played as best as I can, so I'm not going to take it.
Robbie, many people are asking, what is your secret? How can you identify the loosest blocks of wood just by looking at them? I think you've got the shortest time per turn of any competitor here in the Soulstream Stadium. What's your secret?
You know, I've always dreamed of owning a bookshelf that one day one book would reveal a man cave and maybe a fox cave, and I think I've always just had a keen eye for stuff like that.
Got it. That's smart. That's a very useful design that you could have in your house. Would it be a different colored book, or would it be the same color as the rest of the books?
They would all be different colors.
All different colored books. Wow. Well, I want to go over to Robbie's house when he gets that man cave. Back up to you guys in the booth. What a game.
Unbelievable.
Crazy,
Unbelievable, Jake.
crazy finish, but we have to get to our close shave of the match
Yeah, this was
presented
definitely it.
by Phillips Norelka, and it was Cons twisting the tower, multiple ways.
Yeah, he twisted it in the middle, and then going back, trying to wrench that block out, he twisted it another way. And you can't see it totally from that angle, but Khan's actually had a rare pull where he was kind of leaning up with the block. He was almost, what are those things you have in a car, like a car jack that lifts the thing up? He kind of basically like jacked that's not the word at all, Jake. I don't know what I'm talking about, but he kind of, I thought he was going to catapult the top of the tower off the tower with the way he was bending that block up, but somehow he's able to yank that thing out, stay alive, and then they avoided having to tablecloth their last move as Rhea just not able to finish it off for Robbie and Rhea.
So a very short match and a very long match. 20 by Billy in our first match, and then Rhea taking another L with Robbie against Kaiten Khans at 44. But now, Jeff, let's get to our grand finale. It is the return of Dana Beers and Feidelberg against Trysta and Liz. They'll be playing for the third straight week together, but Dana and Trysta have a little bit of a rivalry, so a quicker deep dive at our foursome here, and it is going to be interesting to see how things unravel.
That rivalry is quote unquote real. I think it's real resentment. Dana wearing a mangled shirt, a brand new shirt he's selling there in the Barstool Sports store, by the way. It's a nice baby blue. Fights and Dana actually just faced off in cornhole the other day too. So competitors joining forces for Jenga here. Dana the only one without a win, though he has only appeared one time before in that very tense, heated battle. But he's a rather relaxed guy, and he's shrugging it off on the sidelines there. He doesn't care. He's here to have fun. And the other question is, too, how many high noons will he down today?
Right.
He's saying none.
All right, we're going to send it out. If you're unfamiliar with the rivalry between Dana and Trysta, here's a little recap. I FUCK energy love Liz, great competitor, known her for a while. FUCK Trysta, I want to destroy Trysta and bury her 6 feet under. FUCK her, let's be honest, at the end of the day, I want her 6 feet under. IDKY, but FUCK her.
He's holding a trash bag, it seems. A bag of trash, it seems. We'll, I'm sure, get a joke out of that momentarily. Oh, and he's putting AirPods into it. That would be a reference to an event from last week.
I left my AirPods like an idiot in the golf cart. And turns out someone did find them. Someone found them and it's in one of these bags.
Did you take anything that he said personally up to this point?
No, I don't. I just hope diet starts Monday.
Okay.
I think it's like small teen syndrome. Yeah.
You think, wow, you went right to the genitalia discussion. You think that he's got a tiny like little acorn between his legs?
Like smaller than my hand.
I'm a grower, not a shower, boys.
I didn't say anything about Dana until he said something about me. I didn't even remember that he still worked here. He's been, off on the golf courses, getting checked for COVID.
I mean, just those poor caddies. The guy on the look on that guy's face.
30 seconds to pick a block.
The poor guy.
It's just such a Barstool thing for a guy like Dana to create controversy far past its shelf life, kind of like this whole Sicilian beers thing.
I'll do a beer tweet.
Jeff, so that is the start and the beginning of this rivalry. How do you think things will go today?
I mean, if they get any uglier, Jake, I just don't even know. We may have to get some people in here to separate them. May need some security. We'll see what angle Dana goes with today. It doesn't sound like he's going to have any high noons. I think he did when he was playing cornhole the other night, but not today. It's a Monday. He's not trying to get too mangled, as the back of his shirt says, on a Monday, because that is a tough scene, a tough look, and not even just that, a tough thing to handle like he had last Monday. But already he has broken his word from 30 seconds ago, and he has opened a high noon.
And as well as his partner,
John, a
Feidelberg.
great influence.
Yes, we will be back in a moment for our grand finale here on Stool Streams, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer.
Thanks to Cross Country Mortgage, your boy's a homeowner right now, and the perks of owning a home are limitless. So I turned every room into a man cave. 700-inch televisions in every single wall. 360 degrees of kegerators, some spread. That's right, I put a ball pit in my house. Extra soft walls that I never have to repair. A sweet-ass go-kart track. Whoa! Hey, slow down there, Spider. Go to ccmlens.com/barstool. Find out more about owning your own home. Owning a home is the way to go. Take it from your boy, PFT.
All right, it is time to kick things off. Our grand finale on Stool Streams, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer, the continuation of the rivalry between Dana and Trysta. And it will be the 34-year-old from Portland, Oregon, to step into the Square of Doom first. Trysta, Feidelberg, then Liz, and Dana will be at the bottom of the order. So let's kick things off down the stream with Trysta. Trysta 2-1 overall.
Okay.
All 3 of her matches with Liz, a very familiar duo.
Can we avoid what's happened the first 2 matches? A violation in the first 4 turns.
Yes.
Fights, watch your camera.
It's been
there.
unbelievable.
Billy.
Trends happen a lot here. I feel like when one thing happens in one match, it happens in the remaining 2
No, I
as
just
well.
Billy on block 3, Rhea on our very first block. Both committed violations.
Trysta already shooting Dana a look of hatred, utter hatred and scorn upon removing that first block, almost saying like, I'm here. Where you at, chump?
Liz playing in an office record 8th match right now. 8 matches for Liz. She is 4-3 right now with 1 losing block.
Top 5 player for sure. Efficient. But efficiency doesn't always matter. Robbie Fox efficient, just lost another match himself.
Here is Dana Beers, cracked open, High Noon Hard Seltzer #1. He is averaging 7.5 High Noon Hard Seltzers per match here in the Triple S. He had 7 in Jenga 2 weeks ago and 8 in Cornhole against Feidelberg. Now they're teammates a week ago. Jeff, 7.5 High Noon Hard Seltzers in 30-minute spans. How?
Because he's Dana. He's cut. People like to cut at his jib, they say.
Feidelberg, heads up.
Often say
fucking
that.
idiot, sorry.
Fights getting yelled at again by Spider,
that's
one
two.
standing in front of the camera. Fights' look today. We got to take a look at Fights' wardrobe as well today. We always give a bit of a fashion
Always.
look. Fights always seems to just body the
layers.
competition in terms of fashion. Trysta just said it, a lot of layers though. The jean jacket is around his waist.
I wouldn't call this layers.
He has a very thin, nice Viva.
I don't think this is
Viva
layered.
pullover over a Borelli shirt. He's got a Borelli shirt on
Yeah, it
underneath.
is a Borelli shirt. Frankie actually walked by. He's like, love that shirt. I thought he was talking about the jacket. I didn't know you could see it through.
And of course, jeans. Fights has not worn jeans in his entire life. The second he put jeans on for the first time, never took them off.
Fights did say his goal was not only to win, but to get Dana drunk again. So we'll
A noble
see
goal, noble
how that
pursuit for
goes.
Fights. It's actually amazing that Fights was able to play today after walking here through what appears to be just a sea of razor blades that attacked the bottom
I
of
did this
his
myself.
legs and his socks and
kid.
shoes.
Come on, kid. I did this like arts and crafts. I just did this in my apartment on the floor. I just cut it myself and I got a knife out and I was like fraying the sides.
It's not just the jeans, it's also the shoes. You look like you've been tap dancing on a lawnmower.
Right. It is a little, you know what? Now that I see it, it's too much fray. You're right.
He's over fraying.
So Trysta, when asked about the state of her and Dana's rivalry, she said she just has to block out whatever Dana says at all costs. And he is going to be the one to perform the dance monkey. Let Dana be his own worst enemy.
I just don't know what the weakness for either of them is at this point because they're a step ahead of each other, but oddly a step behind at the same time. I don't really know what that means, but that's the vibe I get from them. The trash talk seems to work, but also seems to fail in the same respect. It was a weird match last week.
Dana's Apple Watch or whatever that is going off. He's glanced at it a couple times. I think it's notifying
popular.
him. Like, why is your blood alcohol percentage so low on a Monday afternoon? It's very confusing for the technology.
I do want to apologize for calling Jake Four Eyes last week. I do not want to apologize for calling you a 5'9" pussy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't even remember that.
You
don't remember that?
It was
No.
during
a 5'9"
Cornhole
pussy?
broadcast.
Oh, okay.
You had already won.
I'd already
Left
won
the
my
building.
match.
Yes.
It's very
Fights
good.
did win as well.
He beat Dana.
Fights
yes.
4-0.
But then let the record show after the broadcast was over, Dana came up to me and he said, I'd just like to apologize. So you already apologized for it.
That's not true.
So you can't take back the apology.
There's no footage of that.
You came back outside the arena and said, I'd like to apologize. That was over the line. I said, don't apologize, Dana. A songbird doesn't apologize for whistling the
unstable
sweetest sound in the tree.
is.
You should not apologize
evidence
for
of that.
calling me a 5'9" pussy.
Zero evidence.
Did you apologize and throw in the, like, in my defense, I was drunk?
I wasn't drunk.
He was still drunk when he apologized. So.
This just in from the Play Barstool app. Questions 5 and 6. Trysta, the most popular pick to pull the losing block at 33%. Dana right behind,
Fucking go.
33% as well. Liz at 19% and Fights at 15%. So our two competitors clashing heads, the overwhelming popular picks. Jeff, how about your keys to the match presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer?
Well, I wanted to see the
hold on,
record
actually,
broken today, break the High Noon's record. I don't think Dana's going to go for it. That's a shame. The crowd wanted it. They're not going to get it. But he still gets to drink some High Noon, so he's going to put a little bit of an effort there. And I think dial up the tension, dial up the awkwardness if you're Trysta and Liz.
He's done.
Make Dana overthink things right now.
He's just holding it now.
That tower's overthinking, though. That tower's moving already,
Just
Jake.
so I don't use two hands. I could use another one.
Yeah, I got you, kid. Uh-oh, maybe I don't.
Dana only at one High Noon Hard Seltzer, 15 blocks in. Jeff, talk about pace.
My lord.
1 in 15. I believe last time he played, he was about 4 deep.
Dana's he's put on a lot of mass in the last 6 months.
I've lost 20 pounds.
A lot of mass.
Dana is looking trim. I actually noted that. I thought he looked a little trim in the face.
I don't know what to do, Fights. None of it's.
Is he giving up right now? He thinks this might be over. He thinks he might avoid the losing block.
I mean, this thing's going down.
Early in this match, remember, we had a short one earlier today. Billy pulling the losing block at 20.
Oh! He got into the square.
It's all right. I ordered him to go to this side.
Okay, all right. We
Trista's
got
trying to
little backseat
Phone under the
reffing. We don't
ball.
love that. We don't love that.
We got Karen Crick down here.
Spider One does not put up with that shit. Oh,
Dana going
multiple
left
blocks
side.
moved at the same
Yes.
time there.
Remember, we've seen a two-hand violation in both matches so far. And
A
Dana.
little something for the lady viewers.
Graphic. That's disgusting, Jake.
Yes, if you remember last week in Cornhole, Dana made some disgusting acts to the camera. He continues that streak
Yeah, I
once
saw that,
again.
yeah.
And he cracks open High Noon Hard Seltzer number 2.
He loosened the block too. Liv saw it right away. Veteran pulled it real quick. Moved on.
What a move.
Back to John with the jean blouse.
Remember, it's not window of blocks
The
in
middle
question
blouse.
6.
Atta
It's the
boy.
exact number and
Prince
Fights
blouse.
Atta
with
boy.
a very, very easy turn
Oh.
Oh
to
my
complete
God.
another full
Relax.
A little
slate.
bit of a drop, and
Yeah.
Dana telling him to relax. Actually,
I'm
saying,
a dropper.
"Hey,
Clean it up on
you're
top,
too
clean it
fired
up
up."
on top.
Fights is a notorious dropper though. Loves to just drop the block on top of the tower. We've seen that knock towers over though.
When Dana starts calling you sloppy, it's time for a long look in the mirror.
Wow,
I've
look
never
at
pulled the
this.
losing block, so.
Dana playing in one match,
I'm waiting for it.
0-1.
If I believe, I think if I recall correctly, John had a rather tragic last block loss in his previous match.
Yes.
Correct?
Oh, I
2 and 4 for Feidelberg.
Against Kevin,
2
yeah.
losing
It just
blocks.
sort of fell over.
Yeah.
The tower just fell.
Now Trysta attempting to remove a Tittleman's crest. Tittleman's crest, again, if you're new, it's the middle block of a complete row.
Don't touch me.
Dana now getting physical with our sideline reporter.
That is actually not allowed. Not allowed to touch the ref or the sideline reporter.
Do you still want to see what I was going to do?
What's up, Frank?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same
Well,
old.
yeah, when you put it that way. Dana just asked me if I still wanted to see what he was about to do. The answer to that is always a yes. What were you about to do, Dan?
Well, it's not cool anymore.
It's always cool.
I was going to say, wait, and then.
Oh, man, that would have been good.
Dana was going to wait her, which we have not seen. It's not a successful move.
Put that
All-time
one in the
psych
back
out.
I
pocket.
fucked up.
Bring it
We
back
haven't
out
seen many
soon.
good psych outs, actually. That might be the next stage of evolution here for Jenga. Not many great psych
very
outs.
loose.
Potentially.
Danny, you might
Dana's
wanna
still
maybe hit her
searching
with
for
a
that
boat
first win here in the Triple S. 0-1 in Cornhole, 0-1 in Jenga. But just some people are more worried about their records and wins. Dana, it's got to be keeping that High Noon Hard Seltzer count high.
You have to. It's a brand. The brand has to be strong. It's like if Jordan stopped dunking.
Okay.
Dana has to keep on drinking those.
Where am I
items.
looking?
He's gonna fuck the block again.
Yeah.
And he okay.
Oh, watch this. No look.
Wait.
Oh, he's getting cocky.
He's gonna no look it.
A no-look retower.
And Tristan just gave him the wait, too.
All right, not that. That was
Incredible.
not that crazy.
Incredible
Boring,
play from
actually.
Dana.
I'd say.
Well,
That was a boring showboat. of a move.
How many more times? What was the over-under at the start of the game for how many times Dana would simulate the block as his penis. I think it was 5.5.
Well, we're at
close.
2 right now.
We're close. He's
Got
on a roll
size
right now
envy.
as he downs another high noon
All right.
hard seltzer.
He's 2 high noon hard seltzers deep, going for the third.
I think there's one behind underneath my
It's
sweatshirt
in
over
hand.
there. There's a whole fresh palette. That's what I was pointing to. A fresh palette of nooners. Yeah. Sun sips.
Another full slate completed by Liz.
Liz is all business. All business.
She took the title from Pete.
There he is.
Well, Pete's director of technology now.
There he is, Johnny.
He's no longer all business.
Eastern Bloc extraction.
Yeah, okay.
The disgusting acts
that would
have
be a little
moved
different.
over to
They
Dana's
just
teammate.
They just can't get enough of
We'll
it.
find out.
It's starting to grow on me.
It's starting to get funny. Yeah.
So now back to Trysta. Jeff, at the top of the show, we highlighted the rivalry, but Dana really keeping his mouth shut right now.
You guys are being like relatively cordial.
It's a one-sided hatchet. I buried the hatchet. Does that make sense?
The discomfort from the last
Vital
time.
Bird
is
phone
not
down,
too
please.
He did bury the hatchet, and he did know when he walked in. I said it too during our intro. The tension was high. Will it spill over? And he kind of gave a grin and a no. That's not his MO today. He's here to win.
I'm here to fucking win, boys.
He doesn't like going 0-3 in things.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Now, when they lose, we have that Arona's Chapman smile.
That one all left.
Ooh, Frank the Tank throwing
Frank
a
the
jab.
Tank, bit of a
at Yankee
Yankees
fans.
burn there. That's
Yes.
tough.
Pinstripes would actually make Dana look 40 pounds lighter.
I mean, they have that smile, that like pure bliss when you're going on vacation.
S-U-C-K, my D-I-C-K.
Oh!
You can say suck. And mine.
Yeah,
So you
Dana
just,
not
that's how
quite
it backfired.
Not quite understanding that one as he aggressively chugs high noon 3. Going down like water for him right now.
Also, you gotta love Dana going out of his way to
Jesus, Dana.
apologize to me, and then the insult 2 minutes later.
Yeah,
so.
it's just, you know, look, we have enough villains as it is, but just why not add another one to the list?
I wasn't insulting you, Jake.
Whoa, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yes.
The block just hanging in the middle of the
A
tower.
little flopper right there,
Yeah,
huh?
a bit of a flop.
We call that the Hank Lockwood. The boom.
Fights with one of his
Easy.
one of his
Look at that
bandanas
shit.
today.
Another layer.
There we go.
Fight's going west side.
Don't drop like that. Easy.
I don't know how to not drop. Everyone's always like, don't drop. I'm like, I'll just drop.
And there's the nooner count,
You know,
Jeff.
we're done
Is
with it. I
officially
thought you were
being
really
logged.
Deep, I
Three
think.
deep.
I think
I
we're
am
about to
fast.
move on to 4.
Quick as hell.
Dana also has the rare ability to make anybody bro down with him. It doesn't matter who his teammate is. They're going to be
Little lady.
activated into bro mode. He could be teammates with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What a catch.
And Neil would have his shirt off, crushing cans against his forehead within 15 minutes. It's a remarkable ability.
I can't believe how fast he drinks. It's amazing.
Noon DeGrasse Tyson, PFT.
That's what they call him.
That's his nickname.
He is on his 4th high noon hard seltzer. You know, he is drinking a lot, Jeff, but lucky for Dana, it's only 100 calories,
Right.
gluten-free and no added sugar. So
That's why he does it.
That's Dana's diet trick. Switch
down
to
20
nooners.
pounds.
Down 20 pounds.
I am. Jeff, I was actually thinking, I was talking to Liam, part of my take producer last night. I think it would be hard enough to drink 8 bottles of water in 30 minutes. And when you make that alcohol, that just makes the task that much more difficult.
Yeah, he has a mission, and he completes his mission every time. The mission today, though, he's going to fail. He said,
30
no,
seconds
not
to
going to
pick
drink a
a
bunch of
block.
high noons. But we're about to
How
hit
long?
number 4.
30.
30, let's go.
Dana's trying to play the circle game, not realizing that that's a problematic gesture in 2020.
Is it? It is? Ah, shit.
You down more?
Well,
Cut
best
that.
case scenario, Dana, she looks at it and then you punch her. So
No.
I don't think it's going to work
No.
out in your favor either way.
Don't endorse that.
No.
We gotta be at 10.
I think it's this one,
What?
but I think I had to pull it out. It just doesn't feel great.
This has been 30 seconds.
All
10
right, all
seconds to
right.
pick a block.
10.
All right.
10 seconds, Trysta put on the clock. Looks like she did pick the block. John, not happy.
Am I next?
Disappointed.
Or are you next?
I'm next. Wait!
Oh, oh yeah. Yeah.
You got an apple box somewhere?
Got it. Yeah.
Nah, it's for you. I would have done a little gamesmanship.
Thank you.
I like your Skechers.
Are those Skechers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're John Geiger's, bitch. And you know that.
They're John Geiger's bitch. Dana's next. Hold up. Dana's next.
Dana's next.
Dana and then Trysta, because I think we went out of order, so we're just correcting
A
it.
bit of an out of
Dana
turn
and then
move
Trysta.
there. Okay.
It's fucked up.
Well, she went, and then he went, and then
Spider always on the eye here. Knows
At
what
the
he's
beginning.
doing.
That's a nice shirt, Dana.
Thank you.
Did they make it in your size?
$30 in
Am
the
I
store.
going after, so now I go after Dana and not John?
It's going to resume normal order once we get it corrected here. It will be Dana and then Trysta and then
Wait, but I'm
John.
going twice?
Yes, because you went out of order.
Did I?
That should be some type
2
of
turns
penalty.
ago, you went out of order.
Good pull. Good pull.
We got it right. Trust the process.
Spider always doing a great
Proceed.
job.
Any
Everything.
questioning of the ref is not an advised move.
We see. Remember, Nate's known for doing that. He took the L.
Yep. Spider, a smart cat.
That's fucking sick.
Dana
So it's me?
fired up
Yeah,
after
he
that.
That was sick, boys. Woo!
Now it's back to Trysta. top of
SUCK
the
my
order as we've
DSCK
corrected
PFT.
You can say suck. No?
Miss
Suck my
cue.
DSCK. I can't even spell it.
This is totally backfired for Dana.
You can't even spell the word dick. Oh. Bit of a duck there, like an autocorrect almost.
Frank, was that a mallard?
But this,
I think it might have been.
Yeah, I like that.
everything feels very wobbly.
Quack, 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 quack.
Just having some issues here.
Top of the order, 28 blocks deep, trying to create another hanger. As Dana just burps and is
See that?
completing
Burping away.
High Noon Hard Seltzer number 4.
Stunning.
He loves to burp, loves to
Here
drink.
comes number 5.
He is going to be mangled by the end of this. You just have to assume.
7 in his first match, 8 in his second, 5 and counting in his
It's
third.
almost like a side challenge here because I think John is embarrassed. He wants to be able to keep up with Dana, so he's just pounding through.
Can't do
Said
it.
it before, I said it again, Jeff. I think on the Play Barstool app, we eventually need a question. How many High Noon Hard Seltzers will Dana drink?
Oh, as Trysta almost knocks it over. I do agree.
I feel good.
I feel good. I'm feeling real good here.
This just is very unstable.
30 seconds to pick the block. Looks like Trysta also got her jeans from Fight's closet as well. They're frayed.
Oh, she did.
Extremely frayed at the bottom. Trysta, did you do that on your living room floor, or did you purchase them like that?
Uh-oh.
Fight's
Recoil does not hurt. Wow. Fights, what do you, excuse me, PFT, what do you say when you've frayed too much?
Overfrayed?
You say, where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
That's a
Trysta
frame
using the
lyric, PFT.
prop as
You
you
say
see
that.
our Sky Cam presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer.
Get me
That's a
the fuck
disaster.
out of here.
No.
Sloppy top. That looks like rather sloppy top up there.
Well, the middle one
Clean
is
it up. Clean
already
it up.
not on center. Look,
Clean
the
it up!
The middle
Spider
one's not on
not
center.
putting
Let's
up
go.
with this. He does not have time for it. He has to ref this match. Doesn't want arguments.
Look at
Oh,
over
Still
here.
plenty
Close.
hanging on the side.
Yeah, that's basically a
Good shot.
hanging block.
Yep.
You can see
can't
it if
be
you're watching,
hanging
and you
like
can see
that.
from this
Well,
angle.
it's next to this one.
You can move that other block as well. Put it on the other side if you have to. Can't be hanging like that.
That's
Oh, and then another recoil here. The tower is moving.
Going backwards.
So can I
Remember,
move
she
this
can go to the
block?
other
Yeah.
side. There's
So I can
plenty of
put this
room on the
down?
other side.
I mean,
I mean, it's not in the middle, right?
yeah, we just put it on the
What are
other
we doing
side.
here?
Okay. They can handle it. Can deal with it.
Good.
And that's clear.
You,
So
right?
now back to
I just wanted to
Feidelberg.
fix the balance.
Replay,
Oh, yeah.
replay, hold.
Another look at Frank the Tank. We have our first fan,
Yeah,
Jeff.
first
and he
fan.
made some interesting noises.
Fan replay. Frank liked the joke, said now's the time. Let me slide in with my Mallard impression. And there it was. Gave it 3 quacks. The Mallard impression from Frank, accurately timed. Well done.
Best Gordon Bombay impression.
Well done.
Come on,
We allowed this?
Allowed what?
This is a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, that came from your
Dana's
partner.
fault, yep.
But they're just not touching.
Dana's fault.
Now John a bit of an argument too.
Yes.
And he's going to retower.
Worry about that after, John.
Interesting.
No.
Retower
I'm gonna do it
before the
now,
move.
The blocks
Don't
are
worry
also
about that
You don't
right
see
now.
that very often,
No.
Jake. Wonder why he
Creating
would
more
do
work
that.
for himself.
Yeah, and the blocks were centered towards the middle, so now he's adjusted the weight. And actually, looking from our side, he made it worse.
It's
Supposed
entirely
to find
possible.
a block before even thinking about the retowering process.
Interesting move. We've never really seen that, at least in this scenario where the tower wasn't basically hanging over.
You could write that on my tombstone. Maybe
Whoa, whoa,
worse.
whoa. Trysta, watch the camera behind you.
Spider very active this
That's
match.
professionality, you know. One time.
30 seconds to pick a block.
Dana wondering where Trista's professionality was there.
There she is.
Down.
Oh,
Some more
Whoa.
twisting for Feidelberg at block 29.
Fights loves
Take
the
your
finger
time.
punch, but sometimes a little too aggressive.
We all love the finger punch, boys.
They love
Excuse
that
me.
joke, Jeff.
Dana was a big fan of that, like a softball floating over the plate.
Cracking
I'm
up.
gonna start using that
5
term.
nooners in.
Wow.
5 nooners, that's like a sip for a normal human. Actually, for him, that's a sip.
Look,
That's what I
It's
meant.
going to be hanging. Ooh, it's going to be hanging. It's hanging over the side. It's hanging.
And they're fired up.
They celebrate every time they
They do.
retower.
You know,
It's hanging.
say what you want about these guys, but they're a fun team to watch.
They're having fun out there. They're
Look,
playing
it's
loose.
hanging over the side.
I'll do the refereeing here.
Lot of complaining. Lot of complaining from Trysta.
Fucking
Spider holding his ground.
Not advised. Complaining is not advised. Especially Spider 1.
Spider also high-fiving the opponents right now. That was
I will give him this. He dodged my high five. He held it up and then dodged it.
You high fived the
one.
fuck out of me.
Spider 1 has reffed more Jenga matches than anyone in the history of the sport.
Yep.
Not someone you want to question.
He's the Joey Crawford and the Joe West of
Yep.
stool streams.
Except not shitty.
Right. Everybody
Joey
likes
Crawford's terrible.
Joe West
notable.
first.
You know, Joe West was actually a naked gun.
Joe West was a naked gun.
Was in Naked Gun.
He was one of the umpires in Naked Gun.
Was
Bad
he
ump.
Enrico Palazzo?
I think he was like the second base or first base umpire. He's the one that pointed out said that the scoreboard already
That was nice,
has
Liz.
kind of been thrown out.
All right. Spider is holding his ground, making great calls, and one team is loving it. The other continues to complain.
Yeah, the complaints are just not really warranted. Trista going after Spider.
Is it
questioning
not
his
hanging
job.
over the side
Still
or is it
complaining
hanging
in
Let's not yell
replay. This is
here.
insane.
This is a production here.
Bordering
Let's
on
not
a
yell.
level of kind of ridiculous here.
I don't hear it.
Fights.
I don't hear it. Play
And
on.
Dana loved it. He doesn't even care.
31 blocks
Could
deep.
not care less.
Dana Beers still searching for that first win here inside the Triple S. The nooner count is at 5, as you see on the right of your screen, but he is searching for victory.
I don't know about this, John.
Ah, it's beautiful.
It's a little
Dana's
tight.
been questioning almost every move. The
a little
confidence.
tight.
Oh
Just
my
finger
God.
His
it's
self-confidence
going
is
Finger punch.
grossly
down. It's
wrong.
going down.
It's almost like a LeBron James of Jenga. I just think she should get every single call. Always has a problem with the official. But you know what? If you complain enough, eventually you might get one call that you weren't going to get.
I don't like this, dude.
It's going down.
Dana has zero confidence.
Dana thinks
I have
every block he
100%
pulls will
confidence.
knock the tower over.
Golden.
And it's out, and once
Wow.
again,
Never in doubt.
He does the dick block.
4. It's 4.
Another dick block move.
5 nooners, 4 disgusting acts.
It's beyond offensive at this point. I know we've had thousands of viewer complaints.
Hurry up.
We could do
Hurry
sabermetrics
up.
just on Dana's game alone.
Inappropriate.
It's the easy part.
But that's his
Somebody-
brand.
Spider's
That's
not
what he
fucking around
does.
today. I like it.
Somebody's got to fucking bring the noise, boys.
A lot of moves still in this tower, too.
They got
I mean, I don't have to touch it. I'm good, right?
Looks good.
Yeah.
This is such bullshit.
This is Angel Hernandez, referee.
Oh, getting compared to Angel Hernandez.
Spider.
Wow. Spider not pleased with that.
Those
Did
are
not like
two of
the
the more
comp.
perfectly placed
They're
blocks
not
I've ever
touching.
seen. In my
What?
life.
Hey, you're skating on thin ice, Frank. One more comment, I'll have you.
Oh, he's going to maybe throw Frank out of here.
I believe it was earlier
What,
this
like,
year. We
Steve
saw a
Ballmer
GM ejected from a skybox.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Was it the Nationals?
Spider says, "Look, Frank, my ass
Can
has
I
been
have the
jackpot
apple
on
box?
this one."
Yes. 30 seconds to pick that block.
Spider will not put up with bullshit. Doesn't have time for that.
Trysta going the highest you can go. 4 rows.
Smart move.
Place the
Watch
block
that
down.
hand.
Ooh, we don't see that often. Smart move, though, again. Smart move. John wondering what the hell just happened. That block is allowed to touch anywhere. As long as it's the block you pull, it's fine. Dana burping again.
I don't mean to. I literally don't mean to.
I think burps are probably Dana's 4th most common used word. It's
I'm not a big burp guy.
It's guy,
No, that's
boys, fucker, and then
Dana definitely calls it a
good.
belch, too.
I don't.
Belch?
Yeah.
Is that what people call it?
Yeah, that's another word for burp. Belched.
I don't think anyone's a big burp person, but when you inhale 5 Heineken hard seltzers in 20 minutes,
Yeah.
by default, you're probably a burp person.
Yeah, I mean, that's natural. That's like physics, right? Chemistry.
Number 5 in the
Science I
books.
didn't
He
pay
is
attention
searching
to.
for a half a dozen.
He's searching for another high noon.
Yep.
I actually don't think Dana's fat. I think it's just his soul trying to escape his body all the time.
And number 6 is unleashed.
Huge moment in this match. 6 high noons. He says his threshold is typically 8. He's doing the high. That can't be shown. Unbelievable.
No respect.
Oh my God, the lack of respect is appalling.
He's gonna get a letter in his locker after this.
Absolutely,
There will
a
be a fine.
massive fine. Dana fined a couple thousand now.
Oh, recenters.
Don't just drop, John. Just be. Don't drop.
Now it's Dana giving fights advice.
And it's interesting because Fights has 6 matches under his belt. Dana has just 1. But Dana acting like the veteran.
This tower's a long way to go, Jake, and I don't see it falling for quite a bit.
How many blocks in are we? We haven't.
34 deep. Nice to see we have our first ever fan here. Stool Streams presented by Hiding Hard
big.
Seltzer.
Fights likes to be a fan
Thinking
every
I'm
now
not
and
gonna be the,
Yes.
the guy that
Frank is actually a virtual fan
thinking
right
we're
now.
gonna win.
It's a
You
hologram
can
of
raise
Frank
one
the
of
Tank. He's not even in the room. Technology's
Nothing like the
amazing.
Miami Dolphins Seton Hall crossover.
Popular. And New Jersey Devils.
Oh, and the Devils.
The popular combined brand.
Liz has
Yes.
tremendous respect for the game. You can tell.
The Dolphin, then the
good.
Pirate, then the Devil. It's the entire food chain.
Am I good?
Yep, go ahead.
With 2 dolphins.
Yep, the retro
I
logo.
ordered that thing today, but I told it's dolphin.
Congrats to Frank on the win
The
yesterday.
double
Yes.
Dolphin from Frank.
Dolphins upset win in Santa
There he
Clara.
is.
Pulverized the 49ers.
There he is.
Easy.
And he's
Yeah.
going to mock
Yeah.
lick the block.
Zoom
not
in on
COVID
that.
friendly.
Look at the fucking skill he has there.
I don't think that's
I'm a tongue guy.
I don't think that's COVID
Is
compliant.
that you're not a tongue guy?
I am a
Yeah.
tongue guy.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
I'm a TONGUE guy.
Nope.
Kiss him, kiss him.
You can say the word tongue. It's a body part.
So then, can you say penis?
No.
No.
There's other
That's
words
a
to
body
say
part.
it. There's other ways to say
What's the broadcast-friendly way to say penis, Jake?
it. Groin.
Wiener.
Groin.
Groin?
That's
Groin.
I thought it was wiener.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to.
But the
hear
groin
Alright,
is
next.
Groin area.
the entire area. What if
Yeah.
it's more localized?
The sweet spot.
Sweet spot, manhood.
Yeah.
I remember one time Jim Belushi was doing a Monday Night Football game between the Bears and the Packers, and every time the Packers have football, he goes, calling them the Packers.
Oh, the Packers. It's classic.
That's classic.
Frank, how old are you?
I'm almost 45.
When did Belushi do Monday Night Football?
Well, he was a guest in the booth. This was like 20 years ago. He was hyping his show.
John's favorite Monday Night Football announcer was Dennis Miller.
Yeah, Dennis Miller was in the booth at the time with him.
Dennis Miller was the first announcer that I ever noticed where I was like, oh, you can be bad at this.
All right, 37 deep.
Dennis Miller just didn't belong.
It's a sticky tower right now, Jake. Not many obvious moves. That one moved a ton.
But you know what? Give Dennis Miller credit. He was better than Booker McFarland.
No, no, Frank.
EFT now offended of Frank.
Disavow Spider.
EFT might throw Frank out of here.
I might permission to throw Frank out.
What did he say
If
now?
he disparages Booger McFarland again.
I don't want to have to warn you again, Frank.
John is upset right now with this tower.
This year's team is good though. I like Riddick. I like Riddick and Greasy.
Some more twisting.
It's not doing this tower.
It is shaking.
Wobbling.
Remember this one? That one was loose.
Fights has 2 of them in his career. Got it out.
What a find. What a find. The block has been on the hand, too.
Goes left side, drops it in.
Oh, what a move.
And they celebrate like they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah! Whoa!
38. Back to Liz.
They are amped as they should be. What a pull by Fights.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Balls.
Liz's poise is probably what separates her, Jeff, because there's always so much going on outside the Square of Doom, but when she steps in, it's business.
Simon Assassin.
That's it, Frank.
Oh, we got a fan ejection.
You're out of here.
Frank's been thrown
Let's
out.
go. Come on.
Frank's been thrown out.
Wow.
That was a compliment.
I'm sure.
Frank's been thrown out.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
He used the A word.
Expect the unexpected.
Spider
Our
has
first fan
kicked
ejection.
Frank out.
That was a compliment.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Spider losing his focus. He wanted to make sure he could stay locked in.
My turn?
He had been warned.
Wow.
All right. During that ejection, Liz completed the block, but another look here. First ever fan, first ever ejection here in the Triple S. Spider is not messing around today.
Too many peanut gallery comments that Spider did not like. It was distracting him from his job. He's a very serious job. He has to stay focused. He didn't like it. He gives Frank the Tank the boot. The ejection for Frank the Tank.
A long walk home for the Dolphin, Devil, and Pirate fan.
Unbelievable. The day after a win over the Niners, and he gets ejected from stool streams.
All right, let's proceed.
All right,
Spider
continuing
back to
on.
business
Order
now.
again?
This is what you want to see.
It's
I went
Dana's
after John.
turn.
You went after John.
Who was placing that block as he walked out?
She
That was Liz, so now it's Dana. 39 deep. And number 7 has been uncorked.
Huge. I said that was one of my keys, but I abandoned it early because he said he wasn't going to drink.
Right.
But now he's going for it. And the way this tower is, I think he may have some room for more noon.
7, 8, and 7 and counting for Dana. 22 high
30 seconds to
noons
pick
so
a block.
far in his career.
Yeah, because I can see the.
So here it is, that low confidence, that low self-esteem.
Low T.
Historically low.
You have to wonder maybe after this outburst from Frank if we've seen the last of 10 Cent Noon Night here.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Solid.
stable? You let me know if it's
15
wobbly.
to pick a block.
Let me know. I picked
he's
one.
been
All
chosen.
right.
Sorry, that was an outburst.
Just wanted to confirm.
John, you let me know if it's wobbling, all right?
I got you.
Great teamwork here.
Good gold. Good gold.
More movement.
Oh,
it's out.
great, soft, quick, easy move. Oh, and a little cowbell
Look at those hips,
can.
though.
Ah,
You like that shit, PFT?
a little blue oyster cult skit there,
More
maybe.
gentle the drunker you get, which doesn't make any sense.
Liz's strategy backfiring, hoping to see Dana get really drunk, but he's
The
locked in.
opposite.
When he gets mangled, he becomes a different person on the Jenga floor.
Dana embracing the high noon hard seltzers. We've reached 40.
Oh, and there it is again. Another one, yeah.
I can't help it. Just
Not a big burp guy, he says. Doesn't love the idea of the burp. It just happens.
That's not loose.
Trysta struggling. So much going on outside the Square of Doom in this match, Jeff. You have Trysta arguing with the officials. You have Dana,
30
high
seconds
noons, and
to pick a
burps.
block.
And you have our first ever ejection.
No, below.
But it's still been a good one.
It's like a lot tighter than you would think. This looks like a win game.
20 seconds.
Looking forward to that. You know how the NBA does the last 2 minutes report. I'm looking at Spider's report on all these calls.
10
Whether or not
seconds.
they should have stood.
9, 8, 7,
Be careful.
6,
That tower
5,
moved a lot
4,
there, Jake.
3, 2, 1.
It's gotta be that one. That's the block.
All right, so she is
Wow.
locked in on that eastern block.
It's moving.
40 deep.
And that is a bit of a twist there as multiple blocks moved. Spider, I just want to follow up on what you said. Spider doing a great job officiating. He's locked in. I'm not sure he'd have been able to make that call just now if Frank had still been in here. Frank, we loved the way he was being a great fan, but sometimes as the ref has to take control.
Can you poke that in? I like that.
I think she chose the right block, but she's going to have to do some manipulation of one of the other blocks if she wants to extract it cleanly.
Going on the east side for the time being, but remember, she is locked into this block. Oh, some significant movement.
Yeah, she's going to have to push that one back in. This is going to be tricky.
Yeah, it's wobbling.
She made a deal with the devil when she picked that block. Bill's coming due.
Still moving.
More wobbling up top.
Terrifying right now.
I have never been afraid for my life in the history of sideline reporting, but this tower looks like it's going to fall.
Spider
right in my face.
was cheering for the kind of the rip there. Does have a mic. You didn't realize that.
Some more clockwise twists.
I think she's making a great move here.
I'm
But
not
can't
sure
she
you-
finish this one off?
Yeah, blue.
This is a pivotal point in this match. Block 40. After that amazingly quick first match, thanks to Billy Football's incompetence, as our friend Frank the Tank would say.
Who shall not be named?
This block about 95% of the way out.
She's got it. Easy peasy. Let's go.
It's out. Has two options on the retower. The tower definitely taller than the 5'5", 34-year-old. She's going to use.
You're 5'5". She's 5'5".
Uses the prop to her
It's a
advantage.
good question.
She's a little far away. And now the weight is really unbalanced. Evens out a little bit. Oof.
Is it clear? They're not touching.
Unstable tower.
That's not good enough for
Kiss him.
Spider.
Super unstable.
Good.
Good, and the tilting
Good, good,
continues. And now back to Feidelberg. 41 blocks. There are a decent amount of moves here, Jeff. For this late in the match.
There are. This is typically where you start to have tower math. Tower math not really in play right now. There are a fair amount of moves.
They've been playing tall this game. They've been going for the upper blocks a lot.
Ooh.
I spot 1, 2, 3, 3 base moves.
Almost pulled it over.
Some more tilting. We've already had 2 people enter the third losing block category today. Billy pulled his third, Rhea pulled her third. Fights has 2 himself.
30 seconds to
That
pick a
was
block.
super unnecessary.
Mad at himself for that initial move.
$20 seconds now.
Think about the fourth row there.
Dana continuing to coach.
10, 9,
10 seconds.
8, 7,
This is-
6,
9.
4, 3.
seven.
Spider's not going to like that counting from Trista.
5.
Everybody else was
In major trouble.
counting. Pull a block. 3,
Heidelberg losing
2,
confidence.
1.
He doesn't have to
This,
pull
he
it.
has to pull that block.
No, yeah, but you can take a shot.
And that's it. It's a Jenga.
That
41
is
blocks
it.
in, and the ladies take it.
I don't know if Trista maybe got in Fights' head there. If that's what Trista was trying to do, it might have worked because I think it rattled John a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Jeff,
I
you see
I think the trash talk from Trista, the
No,
imitation
it
of
didn't.
Spider, didn't help.
No, it
college
didn't.
basketball, there's the fake countdown from the
John
student
knew it.
section. It's
John
kind of
knew
what
it.
we
No,
saw.
no
there.
one has ever fallen for the fake countdown from a student section until just now, I
No,
think.
don't Brady me. I fucking knew that was the block.
See Trista in the background with the fake countdown. She was about 2 or 3 seconds
By
ahead
the
of
way,
Spider's
hey,
official
did you guys see
countdown.
Tom Brady's tweet? It was just
And that'll do it. 41 blocks. And the ladies take it. That is Feidelberg's third
I think
losing
I'm
block
3 in a row, too.
of his career.
He's had a couple real tough
think it's 3 in a
enders
row.
here.
I apologize.
John has been solid. But that tower just got, I think, a little too tall. There were a lot of moves left. They went for height there. They went for height, building that tower up quick. And when that happens, the tower is unstable in many different sections. It came back to bite John and Dana, as Dana does go down with a full stomach of some delicious high noons.
7 of them. Down the stream, PFT with our winners.
Yeah, I'm down here with ladies. They
ready
took
for
this
8.
one. That was a bloodbath. Well played by both of you. Trista, do you think that your mental games got inside Fight's head on that last ball?
I mean, 100%, because when they were counting down the turn before, I was definitely getting rattled. And I had to pull that block, and that was a very stressful thing. So I
Wrong.
just thought I would, repay the favor.
And how many seconds ahead do you think you were?
Probably 2.5.
2.5 seconds. You're right. Jeff was right. They fell for the fake student section countdown before the buzzer beater. Fights was left like Brady at the end. 4? Do I have 4 seconds left? Liz, you have cemented yourself as one of the best players in Jenga in all of Stillstream Stadium. What is your secret?
Well, I was not the MVP in this match. I had easy shots. This one is the one that more or less took it, so congratulations.
I'm so
Well done,
happy
you.
to have a great partner. I think besides my fuck up, I think we would have been overwhelmingly undefeated. I think we could take this thing home.
Overwhelmingly undefeated. What does that make Dana for his career here in Stillstream Stadium? Is he 0 for, what is he?
He is 0-3 overall, 0-2 in
3.
Jenga.
Overwhelmingly
But
mangled.
22
Mangled,
high
yeah.
noons in 3 matches.
Yeah.
He should turn around and
Can
show
I
us the
time
back,
stick up for
Dana
myself here?
back of
Last
that
time Dana
shirt.
went
Can I
0
stick
for
up for
3
myself?
was when he was trying on pants.
Show off that shirt, Dana. Show off the back
Can
of that
I
shirt.
can I stick up for myself at least?
There you go.
Yeah,
I've never pulled a losing block.
Stick up for yourself, Dana.
Get in here. The boys played our hearts out tonight. I've never pulled a losing block in my entire career. I'm 0-3. Cornhole, I'm not good at.
You're 0-3 and you haven't pulled the block?
0-2 in. Oh, sorry, I just touched
Oh,
your hand
It's
by
okay.
accident.
Please stop touching me.
0-2 in Jenga, but I've never pulled a losing block. So
That's pretty impressive.
yeah.
And in Fights, did Trista get into
No!
your fake countdown?
Okay, here's what I'll say. I
You sound
was
mad.
when the actual 10 started, I was like, Trista started early. But I knew that was gonna be the block. I knew that block was my best chance. So I wasn't rushed to production. I picked my block.
Many people are saying that the game really shifted in momentum once your biggest fan, Frank, got kicked out of the stadium, got asked to leave. You guys kind of lost that home court advantage. Did you miss his presence?
Yeah, absolutely. And Frank's a great guy, and we needed him in our corner tonight. And I love Spider as much as the next guy, but that's fucked up.
I did miss his inexplicably placed iPhone case.
Yes. Yes.
Right on his P-N-I, right on his groin.
P-E-N-I-S.
In the groin area.
D-I-C-K.
Clipped in right here in case you have to take an emergency dick pic and fire it off. He's got a gyroscope built into that, so it's always perfectly level. That's why we love Frank. He is a friend of technology. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, thanks so much, PFT and Jeff. We have to zone in on our close shave of the match presented by Phillips Norelco. And this one, we saw the 7 high noon hard seltzers. However, the end of this match was entertaining.
Yeah, and this is kind of the pivotal moment here is Frank being thrown out. And you just heard it. I know we're saying that Trysta maybe got in the head of fights, but the momentum turned. PFT was right. The momentum swung in this match big time right when Frank got thrown out. He was definitely on the side of fights in Dana. He's a big Zillion Beers fan. He's a big fan of fights. He was a little too much in their corner maybe. He was getting in Spider's head. Spider said, get the fuck out, Frank. Threw Frank out. That is a close shave. Frank did his best. It was a team of 3, but in the end, John, unfortunately, does pull that losing block.
We'll see if he gets reinstated and allowed back to the Triple S eventually. But Jeff, 30 for 30 voice.
Just lost eyesight.
30 for 30 voice. What if I told you we were playing ping pong for $5,000 on Thursday?
I would believe it, and I believe a lot of that is going to fall on the shoulders of one man, too.
$5K ping pong on Thursday. No progressive jackpot winners. It's going to be foreplay versus part of my take. Hank versus Frankie, PFT versus Frankie, and then Lurch coming into the office to try to dethrone me in the grand finale for $5,000.
Fired up for that final Lurch match. Lurch has the loud paddle. People don't love it. I've used it. It's an obnoxious paddle. You're immediately the villain, but can you be toppled?
I am welcome.
I just hope somebody wins.
Yes, $5,000. But we do have a winner today. Congrats to Egg Mercs.
Yep.
You are
we always have a winner.
Yes, 0 for 6, $50 Barstool gift card coming your way. And that'll do it for our broadcast this afternoon. 5K Thursday evening table tennis. Thanks to everyone in the booth. Hank, Andrew, Max, Dylan, Stefan, Steve, Colby, Sean, our sideline reporter, PFT, my broadcast partner, Jeff D'Lo. I'm Jake Marsh signing off from Stool Streams, and our ejected fan, Frank the Tank, signing off from Stool Stream Stadium, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Good luck to the 15 of you. $25K tonight in the Pigskin Parlay, and make those picks Thursday table tennis. $5,000 on the line. We'll see you then.